Gar paid my trip here, so.
It's a Halloween miracle.
And I paid my own trip here.
Welcome to Casterween! Wait, that's not right. Castranger Minus One, because Emily's not here.
I don't know why. I thought you were going for the Doctor Who.
That's right!
Just general spooky woo.
So happy, no more Beef Fighter.
It's dead forever!
And we never have to watch it again!
Wait till Kabuto.
I don't know. Give it 2 years.
Lane, are you saying you like Godzilla Minus One more than B-Fighter?
I do.
I find that very hard to believe.
I immensely do.
You know what I like more? Cue in the roll call!
You bitch!
You what?
I haven't done it in a while.
Connect loading. Broadcast. Perfect.
Show running super savant.
Level up.
Bluecaster, super Ichi.
Loud and online. Greycaster, Robo Lane.
Researcher of the Tokuverse. Yellowcaster, Ultra Guard.
Return to the source material. Greencaster, Zenshin.
Trauma Inducer, Northcaster, Saga.
Combining comedy and critique. On air since 2014.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 510. It's episode Lipard.
Lipard.
Hell yeah.
More like...
That's very close to Leopardon.
Change Leopard on!
More like Harder.
No, Decker, bad Decker. Spray bottle.
Yeah, so Gar bribed us all to show up here in person. Ichi, especially.
Which is weird, because it's my house.
Well, you know, it was one of those things where I was on vacation this week to work on Ultra Galaxy Chat, and I was like, you know what? I want to cap the week off by coming here to talk about Godzilla in person. Lane, you're off Friday. I will literally pay for your trip to get
Yeah,
here.
no, I literally took today off because I wanted to do a Fortnite event. So.
This bitch.
Hey, man, you have your shit for 14. I got my shit for Fortnite.
Hope your boss isn't listening to this.
My boss plays Fortnite with me, so
Okay.
I thought you were about to
he
say
knows.
my boss plays Castranger.
He's like, yeah, man, you do what you. No, he cares about my mental health a lot.
No. Well, it's better, Lane, than what happened with me, where I just was in the alley by my work, then someone jumped me, put chloroform on my face, and then I woke up here.
Yeah, that's totally...
Who's got beer?
weird.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Paul's here.
Yeah.
We're also minus.
It's rather easy for me to get here. So.
We're also -1 in Emily, but that's because she's currently on a plane as we're recording this. But she will be back next week.
Awesome.
She's been the last few weeks at Disney.
She's at home.
Disney
as she
World?
refers to.
Backwards Disney?
Yeah.
Yeah, she showed me the.
Stop saying Disney.
She showed me the Tron Legacy ride again. And I was very, very jealous because it looks fun as shit.
Don't worry, Lane. You'll make it to California.
I've been to California.
Actually, no, Florida's in a bad state right now, so probably not.
I want to go to Sacramento.
In 2008, me, Fleets, Raven, and Mike went to California for Anime Expo. We almost got lost in Compton on our way back to the airport.
Straight out of Compton.
I remember the Compton story. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
We saw palm trees.
Anyways, if you listening to us for the first time, we're a group of
Straight outta
traumatized
Compton.
World War II kamikaze pilots who get together every week to talk about Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, and the third thing. I fucked that up.
You know what I thought you were going to
I
say
think
there?
you landed that part. You landed that just as well as he landed his plane at the start of the
Oh, shit!
Pretty damn well, considering.
Fuck!
Lane, I thought you were going to say, we're a group straight out of Compton, and
No.
Don't call it a comeback.
There's a goddamn fucking execution going on in here. What the fuck?
Don't call it a comeback. We've been here for over 10 years.
So this week we're talking about Kamen Rider Gavv episode 9, Boonboomger episode 35, and for our feature topic, as of Gar's request, we're talking about...
B-Fighter Kabutos!
Yeah!
just psych you all out. Have the video file say Godzilla -1. It's like it starts off with the opening,
It's just the
and then it hard cuts into B-Fighter
It's the
Kabuto.
entirety of B-Fighter in one video file.
When you click on the actual video file to put it up on your screen, it shows up in your player. But then the actual surface of the player application falls downwards like a plank. And it's the
Like
actual
a fucking Windows Movie Maker cut transition.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Lane would have cried.
Anyways, Gar, would you like to tell everyone what we're talking about for a feature topic this week?
Yes, to celebrate Godzilla's big 70th anniversary.
Wow.
I thought we could talk about the movie that celebrates that said anniversary, which is Godzilla Minus One, which I do have some pre-production notes for us when we get there.
Sweet.
Cool.
Love it.
Anyways, yeah, we saw this movie, me, Sel, Paul and Gar, we watched this in theaters when it came out.
December 1st.
Yeah, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, very
It was a
fun.
night I will not forget.
And I watched it when it came out digitally.
In fact, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to post a picture of us from that screening in the chat.
Hell yeah.
Oh wow, rare face reveal.
First we got...
I picked a
We have videos of us on the channel.
There's pictures of us.
episode 100.
Yeah, I got one of my coworkers to watch, listen to our podcast, and so he went and, watched a bunch of, our old trailer videos. He's like, which one's your best friend? Is it the big blue one? And I was like, yes. He's like, oh, you were
Good
the
guess.
Pink Ranger, right? I'm like, well, I'm the gray one now, but yeah.
I love how you said that with such, weight.
And the grand.
Carried your
You-
Pink
long ago.
Ranger-ness with such confidence.
So long ago. Our early stuff is okay.
To put it mildly.
I would admit, once probably Gar showed up, that's when, it was better. Once Cell was also on the show, that was also better. So...
Then in Ninja Year was a good year.
Cell, you were a big part of our Castranger days in the early years. So. Fire the ninjas!
Gar's the key to all this. He's a funny character than we've had before.
Right.
He's our Philip. He's the living encyclopedia.
Yeah, literally, I got, so for those who don't know, this Boonboomger meme's been going around of, someone, edited the part where, you do, the traffic safety or whatever part, so now he made, a green screen of the clip, just being yeah, just put in whatever the fuck you want. So, I got Ichi to do one of, the Hakatama Nami doing, the X for episode 20.
And Gar immediately remembered that it was from episode 20 of Kira Major.
I was like, holy shit.
And I'm just saying, just take Fury Road and Furiosa and just do the whole movie.
And then the other edit to that meme I did was just a fucking vehicle-related episode of Sonic Says from the old Sonic.
That one's good.
I like the Dawn Brothers one with Haruka. That was funny.
I love the one where it's just Murasame getting run the fuck over.
Yes.
My favorite.
Put it in H!
My favorites. I'm surprised no one did the Prindle from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, but someone did the Drake
Is
and
it
Josh
Am?
one when they're when they're crashing the plane. It's it's on E. Maybe it stands for extra fuel.
All right, well, we got a lot to get through, so let's get to our news stories.
Oh my god.
News mode.
Oh, we're starting off with this.
Yeah.
I did not know about this.
Yeah, on Halloween Day, we got our trademark for the next Super Sentai season. Number 1 Sentai Gojuja.
That's the actual name.
Now, we already knew about the name Gozyuger, and clearly it's because it's the 50th anniversary, Goju 50, so it's literally Sentai Revice.
Okay.
Number 1 Sentai is an interesting choice.
Yeah, it actually is apparently pronounced number 1 Sentai.
Number 1.
Not like Ichiban or
And
something.
that, of course, immediately just makes me flash back to Inu Brothers Roll Call.
Look at the stage show suit! I love it.
Such a nice.
Oh, it's so good.
Do we think it'll be dinosaurs?
Actually, we already
The
know
popular
it's an
animals.
Animal theme.
Yeah.
Animals.
I'm honestly kind of feeling like this might be similar to Zoo Oger.
I wouldn't mind
Minus
that.
the cubes.
And also, from what I've heard, the rumors are animals, and they're going to be a family again, like in Magic Ranger.
I also saw someone post a rumor that their changers are going to be fist-mounted gauntlets, and my immediate comment on that is, who the fuck got a hold of my novel?
I heard it was going to be rings because of Denziman's
I think the
anniversary.
gimmicks are rings. I did see a posting on Toku Collectibles for rings, and they apparently work with the changer and the mecha. So the gimmicks are rings, the changers are gauntlets.
Looks like we might have Cell again for another year. Ah!
We'll see.
Well, he already signed the contract.
That's true. Theme
Your
song.
soul is mine.
We literally own his children. So.
We own his fur
Joke's on
babies.
you if I don't have any children.
He only has fur babies.
I have none of those either.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, you do have
It's
fur
true.
babies.
By the way, here's the photos. Took me a while to actually find them.
Look at us,
Oh,
so
no.
happy.
What happened to
Yeah,
us?
there's the. Oh,
That's not us.
there we are.
Good picture.
Yeah.
Gojira.
I was gonna say the first episode comes out, the theme song starts.
You are far from the first to make that joke.
Hey!
Yeah, Gozuja. Great.
Now look at this gimmick that I have found.
Now look
When
at
I
this
say
mech.
go,
How much do I owe you for this toy? Nothing. It's free. Free?
Now look at this mech that I just built.
Rest in peace, Robbie Rotten.
I
You were
know,
a
right?
fucking saint.
I really hope that the Purple Ranger looks like Robbie Rotten in this.
Oh my god, I just realized when they do like the intro to the opening, and then they do like they say like the name of the Sentai, it's gonna be like #1 Sentai! Godzilla!
That's definitely
so-
what they're gonna do.
So in terms of the team, the rumors going around are Red Wolf, Green Hawk, Blue Lion, Blades, Yellow T-Rex, and Black Unicorn.
Black Unicorn?
So it's animals, dinosaurs, and mythical animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Black is rumored to be female. Maybe
Okay.
that's another first.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm just
Green
happy.
Hawk.
If this is the 50th anniversary season, if we finally actually do the years correct, I'm gonna be happy.
So the whole thing with them being #1, my thought is each of these animals is a pretty high on the chain predator.
Huh.
Oh.
Unicorns?
Wait, yeah, hold on.
What?
King of the mythical beasts.
Sure.
I don't know about
I
that.
don't know why my brain just
Go,
went
go
to the beast
as we
cave.
have seen in Danny's sex bang animation videos, a unicorn can fell a dragon.
Listen, unicorns got their fucking blood sucked by Voldemort, so
At least
they're
a-
not that
at
they're not
least-
that
It's
powerful.
the
At least
second
a
Dark
wyvern.
Lord lane.
At least a wyvern.
Yeah.
Finish your point, though, Ichi. I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, so I think the whole thing with #1 is, what if this is a Sentai where everyone is trying to be the leader?
Oh, that'd be fun.
What if they're all competing with each other to be #1?
It's King Oger #2.
It's a ranking game.
Wait, wasn't Zoojer the 40th anniversary?
Yes and no.
You fucks.
Yes and no.
Oh.
Oh, Eitaro in our Discord brings up a good point. So they're making a point of this, like, the female Black Ranger be the first time, except King Oger did it, kind of.
Yeah, kind
That's
of.
right. Throw my bottle at the screen. Boo.
That doesn't count.
Right at the finale.
Jack Daniels is the TV, yeah.
7 suggests King Oger x Danganronpa. That sounds like everything I ever want ever.
For some reason, I just imagine you turning into, like, the feral Matt Groening from the clip episode with the spin-off.
Get out of my office!
Oh my god, no. I have literally, only at my own television,
I
I
always-
have thrown empty plastic bottles.
For the longest time,
Whoa.
I actually thought that's what Matt Groening looked like. Yeah, I didn't know what he looked like until I looked it up years later. I was like, oh, he's not bald and has an eye patch?
Do you remember what the other two guys looked like?
No.
Sam Simon looked like Howard Hughes with like
Oh, yeah.
like old Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
And James L. Brooks looked like Uncle Pennybags or
Oh.
something.
You mentioned throwing a bottle and stuff, and my brain just goes to, my tooth hurts!
Instead, Matt Groening is just an aging hipster from Portland.
Yeah.
I love how Lay knew immediately where I was going.
Oh, of course. No, early Family Guy's best Family Guy.
No, Ichi, just like you would know this more. Like it's with the energy of, I think it was like in Community. Yeah, when Jeff was like, "I'm agnostic." Boo.
So yeah, this is interesting. I can't wait to find out more about this upcoming Sentai. But that's what we got for now.
What a strange like grouping of animals.
Yeah.
That's rumored.
Yeah.
All right. Next on the news docket,
Uh-oh.
we have the reveal of Gavv's upcoming power-up form, K-King.
I like it.
It's really, really cool.
I like it a lot.
I am so fucking conflicted.
Oh.
Tell us why.
I have never seen a form that immediately invokes the imagery in my brain of, what if we take 2 dials labeled objectively stupid, and the second one is labeled, but also somehow fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then cranked both of those dials to their max setting.
That's how you get me.
I love the fuck out of every design aspect of this suit,
But you don't like cake.
but I hate that it's cake.
You don't like cake.
I'll just say this.
I love cake.
I love cake too.
Yeah.
It's strawberry shortcake. No, I just look at this and I was like, this is the Kamen Rider equivalent of Alcremie from Pokemon.
Kind of.
Yeah.
He's got like Super Saiyan Goku hair.
He's got a cake rapier.
A cake here.
Yeah. It's
That's a lance!
No, it's a rapier.
It is a rapier.
Oh.
Yeah. It's so cool.
That's
Or at least like a
big-ass
foil.
rapier.
It's a fucking Kamen Rider toy.
Yeah.
And apparently the name of the weapon is the Gavv Whipper.
Yeah. Also, he can summon fucking like whipped cream minions.
He has cake agents.
That's so fucking cool.
Oh,
Chicken.
dude. Oh, it's a whip.
Yeah,
It's-
one of the pictures
cake
has
is
like
a
the
metaphor
Zaku
for
Zaku
ass.
chips, and you can Cake
plug
chips?
other Gochizos into the cake on the sword.
yeah, so you have cake chips.
That doesn't look like it fits.
By the way, is that a first though?
What?
Like creating like straight up mooks for like a Kamen Rider?
No, Fantasy Gamer Brave did that.
Yeah, but that was
Okay.
while he was evil.
Oh, okay.
It does tend to be an evil mechanic.
I too want to shove chips in a cake.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. But I kind of love the design because, like, the Gochizo itself is a little slice of cake that goes in his belt, and then he puts it into the sword to, like, complete the cake.
That's
It's
awesome.
It's a slice. Oh,
I love that.
oh, that's great.
Yeah, design-wise, it's genius. And, like, aesthetically, the form is fucking gorgeous. I just don't like that it's cake.
I think it's a little boxy in the middle, if I may say so. But
Well,
other
if we
than
make it-
that-
Most of these images we're looking at here are of the figure of it.
Sure.
If we make
I
it,
understand.
if we make it blue, we'll make it better.
it's a tentative statement going into when we see the actual suit on the screen.
Yeah, well,
I think
this
it-
part over here on the left side is the
Holy
actual
shit,
suit.
2 cakes.
Okay, I just think it looks a little boxy in the abdomen when I look at the full body stuff.
Yeah,
Hey
'cause
Toro,
the figure.
Yeah.
that's me with any cake. I'm just, oh boy, cake. I love cake.
So, me, like, just so I can get my thing out of the way.
Yep.
I think narratively, even though it looks like a Christmas cake thing, I think Shoma's gonna have a birthday episode before the year ends.
This would be genius to do.
It's a strawberry shortcake.
Well, it's still just cake.
This is like Uncle Dente's like present to him.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Ichi, I just realized you had a genuine
God, that looks
thanks I
good.
hate it moment where you are actually saying thank you, but
Like,
fuck you.
This is
I
just,
wouldn't even go so far as to say I love the form. I just hate what it represents.
I love the font.
hate it
I
how it
love the
represents cake.
font for the box. It looks like a fucking
Icing.
frosting. Yeah,
Yeah.
icing. Oh my god. But no, look at the figure. Like, that's just the gimmick figure. Wait till we see the full suit of this form.
Yeah,
That's part of it. We're only seeing the
this
toys.
left
right
side
now,
over
right?
here, we can see the top half of the form.
Oh
Yeah,
my
but
god.
That's like the top half.
Oh,
It's
yeah, and,
elegant.
I think what I saw of it is that there's going to be like a bundle set where I can get the belt and the rapier together.
Probably.
So yeah, it's like got the like base form's still my favorite. This is probably the second favorite.
Oh, Decker approves of this form. Good shit.
All right, so let's see. The Gavv Whipper, which is
The
that?
whipper.
Ichi, you're pronouncing it wrong. It's Whipper.
Whipper.
The Whippier.
Cool
The
whip.
Gavv Whip.
The Gabbu Whippier.
A cool quiff.
With the whip action, you can perform whip attacks and summon whip soldiers.
Whip sold.
So the soldiers are just made of cool whip?
Can't have soldiers. Look
Do
cool.
the cool whip.
Oh,
Do the cool whip.
we're gonna be unbearable when this actually
Oh, yeah.
premieres.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do when this episode debuts? I'm gonna get a fucking can of Cool Whip. We're gonna get a slice of cake, and I'm just gonna fucking like through the microphone, eat some cake while
I
fucking
swear
debut.
by-
Hey, Leslie, nope.
I swear, by the end of this show, Lane's gonna end up with some sort of type of diabetes.
Oh, probably.
Like just like Shoma.
Somehow before me.
Guys, Gavv has ruined me physically
I'll wash
I eat nothing but
myself.
snacks all day.
with a rag on a stick. I'll get your coat.
What was that, Paul?
Oh no,
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something.
no, it's fine.
Okay.
Anyone else have any thoughts on the form or the weapon or anything before I just give the
Actually,
closing
you know
bit on
what?
it?
Can you just maximize the image of it that's in the chat there?
Oh, the big figure? Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to take.
Love the gold on it, man. It's got a cape. It's got a little
Oh yeah,
cake.
it's got
it's got a little
shoulder
cake
capes.
cape.
Yeah, like I said, this design is perfect. I just hate that it's cake.
Okay, Ichi, pretend it's not cake. Pretend it's like
If I,
stone
like-
and crystals.
If I could
Ichi
get
doesn't
it-
like desserts. He's not a dessert person.
No, you know what's gonna happen? Once I get a good shot of the suit, I'm going to turn it blue, and it will be amazing.
You know, I'm just thinking, it's sort of like a beast mode thing from Beast Wars. I don't like the beast mode. Just remove it so that you just have the exosuit.
Yeah.
You're saying, Paul?
I like it.
He's got
I like colors
slices
a
of
lot.
cake for shoulders.
Like a lot.
It's everywhere. It's on his
The more-
shoulders, the arms, the legs.
Oh.
You know what? The more I look at it, the more I like it. It's
Yeah,
one of those
no,
forms
it's-
where it's like, at first I was like, and then I was like, ah.
This almost looks like it should be Final Form material, but
Right?
it's not.
Yeah,
This is the first power up
It's
form.
genuinely Final Form
It
material.
does. This could be a final form.
It should be final form. Like,
Yeah.
can you
It's
think
the
of,
king!
Can you think of something more high calorie than a
If
cake?
we're getting this for his first major power form, what's his final form gonna
What
fucking
the
be?
fuck snack is bigger than cake?
Wedding cake.
What's better than one cake? Holy shit, 2 cakes. No,
Nice callback.
It could be mousse. It could be a lot of things.
Oh, I could go
Cheesecake.
I could go for some mousse right now. Like the pudding thing.
Wait,
that's known as
the end of the
mousse.
theme song has like a bubblegum. What if his final form is bubblegum?
Actually, that.
Oh
could-
God, he's Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter.
It's,
I think it will be snack food at the end.
Well, yeah.
too.
you know
Like,
what?
but like more like snack. You
Yeah.
don't think of cake as a
You know,
snack.
I'm just thinking.
That's like where this is kind of pushing it.
You know what? Calling it now. Buffet.
Mandarin form.
Oh my God, that's the fucking Kiwami form.
Yeah,
Buffet.
yeah, that's going to be it. Buffet.
Claudio the Chance meatballs.
Snack basket.
Las
Fruit
Vegas
bats.
style, all you can eat.
Oh my god.
No, the chime is all you can eat.
It's just
Then
all the snacks
all
at
the
once.
donuts in the world.
If his final form is a buffet form, we're recording an episode of Castranger at a Mandarin while eating.
Mukbang.
With all of our
Actually,
own
that's a
individual
great idea.
mics.
Would they even allow us to record a podcast?
No, we all just have.
We eat enough food. Yes.
No, we just take it to the parking lot.
All we
Make
have
it
to
real
do is just say,
greasy.
What up, everyone? This is Castranger coming to you from the parking lot outside Mandarin.
No, so like we'll literally be like, Emily, we're recording Castranger in Mandarin this week. She'd fucking be like, I'm there. I'm fucking there.
we just have to get permission. We probably have to sign a waiver. We probably just say we're not there to critique your food. It's for shtick. And we just do this.
Oh no, we just want to
be like, fine.
Just book
We
a
just
whole
want to
room.
eat. We just want to eat fucking Chinese buffet while we fucking talk about
Just
Gavv.
book out the whole room.
Oh,
Hell
but
yeah.
let's face it, guys. We're not like the same guys from 10 years ago. We're gonna have we're gonna have 2 plates and be like, oh, we're full.
I know that's why I don't go. To
I'm
Man-
lucky if I get to a second.
That's why I
plate,
don't go there
honestly.
anymore. I can't pay $40 for 2 plates of food.
Yeah.
Once I had 9 plates.
No, I have no plates.
All right, we need to move on. So,
Anyways, caking, way more awesome than it probably should be.
Okay.
I hate how perfect of a portmanteau that is. Also, it doesn't
Yeah.
deserve to be that good of a portmanteau.
It's gonna be 6,380 yen.
That's just for the Caking Gochizo and Gavv Whipper,
Sounds like the price of a cake.
releasing November 23rd. And like it was said earlier, you can buy it in a pack with the Gavv belt for 14,300 yen.
I want cake.
Can't wait to see this. Can't wait to see this crossover with King Oger.
Legit, like the episode when we talk about this debut, I'm going like before work and grabbing cake.
King of Cakes!
Yo, yeah, can we have this team up with fucking the King Ogers? Decker, can you shop
Oh god.
when we get the full like official suit images of caking form? Can you shop this with the King Ogers, please? It would
Oja.
fit with them so well.
Cake Oger.
Like
King Oger.
the press photo with the King Ogers, and then just put him in the back. Just
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's been there the entire
Fucking
time.
do it.
You make a better
Decker says
Sixth Ranger than Jeremy.
Hell yeah.
God damn it, it's happening.
Sick
now.
shit. Thank
It's
you,
even
Decker.
white too.
All right, moving on.
All right. Oh
Also-
yeah.
also revealed the Bushel Gochizo campaign.
Yeah, so Valen's got a Yule log form. It's
Okay.
actually kind of cool.
I think these are Senbei.
I think it's supposed to be a Yule log. Cause yeah, I can see the swirl.
And they do look Christmassy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They do look like.
I do like a Yule log.
No, these do look like some sort of like Japanese snacks I've seen in
Well, they're roll
Zenkaiser.
cakes, but that's also a Yule log.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's both.
It's giant. It's a giant Swiss roll.
I love that the Gochizo is just wrapped up like a present. That's
It's
cute.
actually cute.
Yeah.
The forms are fucking nightmares.
No,
though.
the Gavv form looks stupid. The Valen one's actually not bad.
No, the Valen one also.
No, they're
looks
both
stupid.
dumb.
They're not great. Mike
Said not-
Wazowski.
That's why I said not bad.
Oh yeah, it is Mike Wazowski. The Gochizo.
Yeah, I don't want any of this.
Oh god, that's just staring into your fucking soul.
I'm just gonna leave that there.
You know what that looks like? It looks like the Gremlins poster or something.
So yes, the Bushel Gochizo. To obtain this, fans need to purchase either the Gavv belt, the Gavv and Gochizo holder set, the Gavv Whipper and Caking Gochizo, or the Gavv and Whipper Narikiri set. The campaign starts November 23rd, and it is on a first-come, first-served basis. So yeah, this is one of those limited campaign items.
Yeah, there's been recent news that hunting down like the exclusive Gochizos has been bullshit.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I still haven't secured Pop Burn.
Yeah, so from what I heard, people who work at these stores are taking cases of these like exclusive Gochizos, hiding them in the back, and then releasing them on, or like selling them on like the black market.
Holy shit.
You're monsters. Fuck you guys.
So there are people that are trying to get it, and it's like, oh, we don't have any in stock because we've already sold them to someone else.
Wow.
It's good to know that happens
Fuckers.
elsewhere
We're
too.
gonna make enemies of the Toku Toy Yakuza.
Scalping's everywhere, people.
Pokemon cards.
Oh, Transformers.
I'll get there when I'm 40. I don't know why. I just was like, when I'm 40, I'm gonna watch The Sopranos.
We'll talk then.
Yep.
All right. And in further Gochizo news, they announced another set of Legend Rider Gochizo.
There he is.
Including my boy, Kamen Rider Blades, finally.
He's so
I
cute.
like the Hibiki one above him.
Yeah, he
He has a kitty on him.
Is the top right? Is the top left one supposed to be Gaim?
I don't know what the hell that top left
It's
one
definitely
is.
a Chips one.
It is a reskin of Chips, but it doesn't say what it... Oh, it's the Bunbei Gojizo. Okay, so yeah, it's the Senbei.
Oh.
That's the Senbei one.
So it's not like another Kamen Rider one.
No.
Oh, okay.
So that's the Senbei one. Then we have the Ghost one, the Hibiki one, the Blades one, and Live. And then this one also comes with the Gurukan one. The one that the form debuted in this week's episode.
And that's the Sweetman one, yeah.
Doesn't that one come with like the DX belt, bike?
No, that one is Vrokan.
Yeah, I have that one.
The one that... This is the one that turns into the form in this week's episode.
Yeah,
Vrokan is the one that spawns the bike.
Yeah, Vrokan comes with a holder.
He comes with the holder.
Yeah, I got the holder. I
Okay.
love that holder.
Because I'm like, I know they don't. I just love.
Yeah, it's got like a fucking like a nice version of the Oni on its helmet.
Yeah, it looks like a cat.
It's Hanajiro.
Oh, it is Hanjiro. There he is, Blades.
Yeah, I want it, but it's a set of fucking 6 of them, and it's expensive.
You know Emily will help you get the ghost, get it because she wants the ghost.
I mean, I already told you, I'll help you. Like, I'll pitch in just to get Hibiki in live.
And no one, I was like, no one wants live.
I'll help too. There's nothing in here that I want.
Yeah, nothing tickles my fancy.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to shell out, honestly, like $50 to get the Drive Gojizo. It's a magazine exclusive.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It could be worse. It could be a clothing
There's
exclusive.
a Drive
True.
Gochizo.
Yeah, it's fucking cool.
That's kind of funny.
TR Wolf, what you're describing is a pompadour.
Dude, great. You guys mentioned Christmas. Now I have Mariah Carey stuck in my head.
I mean, she just got unfrozen
It's the
today.
day after Halloween. Mariah Carey is unthawing today.
She actually one-upped her video this year.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Let's drive one for you. Man.
She understands
cool.
she's got Rita Repulse energy and
I
she's
need
using it.
I need driving.
After 365 days, I'm free!
I need driving Forza as soon as possible.
Did you guys see the? Sorry to derail, but did you guys see the freaking TikTok videos of Mariah Carey?
No.
Yep.
So like it's like October, September. There, people are getting ready to go to work or you're at work, and they hear like the opening bit to that song, but it's like far away, as if it's like a freaking echo. Yeah, it's just.
That's clever.
See, I grew up with that song at Christmas time when I was a kid because my mom and I listened to that album all the time, so I'm very
That's everyone.
I'll say
desensitized.
this,
No, people fucking
she's
hate
got
it.
a good PR team. I want a tokusatsu series about Mariah Carey.
We memed about it for years, and then she got in on the meme. It's great. I love when they do that
Repulsive.
shit.
Alright, what's next on the news docket?
Whoa, no.
McGurk.
Boonboomger's done another lap chapter poster.
Gee, I wonder what that is on the top right corner.
I think that's the Michael Jackson monster.
Top right, not top left.
No, you're right.
Oh! Yeah, right.
Go Kaiju Flea.
Oh, Kaija!
Oh no!
Gee, it's not like we have a toy line that already spoiled the possibility and I'm showing up.
Are spoiling it? What?
Hey, if we get
It's a
Marvelous,
vehicles theme. Of course, this is a spoiler.
if we get Captain Marvelous, I'll be happy.
People are saying if the Gokaijers show up, that's how we're going to get our car-themed crossover of, like, Red Turbo and Red Racer.
Ataru in the Discord has a good idea. Mahalkin could be in the BBG.
Yeah, bring Mahalkin back. I
You know
love
what?
him.
Can I just say this?
It would be the first time they referred to Mahalkin post-series.
Like, this isn't anything to do with this week's episode, but I'll just say this about Boonboomger. I think it's really fucking interesting that the technology that they took from Tokyo, or did they just get Tokyo?
Yeah, they just have Tokyo forever now.
Yeah, right, Lent and Tokyo.
That doesn't generally stick.
And then salvage their technology for their own purposes.
Yeah, they're powered by at least partially powered by imagination now.
And B&D confused with it. It's pretty cool.
Fucking crazy. Like, that's wild.
Anyways, we know we're not going to see Gokai Silver in this one because
You know what? I'm putting my foot down. We are not going to acknowledge that ever again.
You got it.
Because that is just upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So yes, the Boonboomger Twitter account posted this poster acknowledging that the series has entered its quote-unquote final lap.
Final lap!
For 4 hours, everyone.
I love that Cell and I both
I was trying to remember the song.
Bandai Namco, where the fuck's our Boonboomger racing game?
Really?
Come on!
We honestly haven't had a really good toku game in so fucking long.
That's what I was about to ask, actually.
You could literally just call it Boom Boom Racing.
Memories of Heroes sucked.
Everybody boom boom boomger racing.
Yeah, oh dude, every time the Sonic R soundtrack comes on,
the boom boom
Does it boom up your day? Yeah, so the new poster, the final app titled Space, Earth, and Your Steering Wheel.
Well,
Okay.
because I am taking the driver's seat.
Ichi, give me your steering wheel right now.
But I haven't even opened it yet.
I know, we've had that for years.
What is that, Matt? What is
it
this,
holds-
Mad Max rules?
It holds up my paper towels and my empty cans.
Is your steering wheel on your head? Nah, it's driving me nuts.
Fuck,
Yeah.
it took me a moment.
Yeah, so it also features the Shirian boss, Waterweed Spindo, who's now the focus since, Disrace's gown, quote-unquote gone. So yeah, the final lap starts with episode 36, November 10th.
So
Be
there,
there.
so
Be
there,
square.
so there's a break this week.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry. I got a special plan for next week, and we'll talk about it afterwards.
More Beef Fighter?
No.
I'm not a sadist.
We already...
I will
Gar,
come
Are
in.
you sure?
Gar's like, as much as I'd love to,
I will come in with the steel chair.
I will eat you.
Said John Cena meme. Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
Being chilly.
Yes.
Bean chili.
Oh right, right.
Speaking of Boonboomger laps, apparently they also announced that the series is releasing an official vertical scrolling webcomic.
Oh, I thought it was a
I'll read it.
Phoenix Wright game.
That's kind of what
I thought it was going to be a visual novel too, I won't lie. I'll read it.
But yeah, this is going to be like the episode 0 of the series. It's about when Taya and Ishiro met before the show.
You know what I would have liked more, Ichi? What you just described it as in episode 0.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. We got Kira Major 0.
Where's my Toei Tokusatsu fan club video, Boonboomger, episode 0?
Look what the title is, though.
The Formation Lap.
No, what's it?
Oh yeah, the information broker's secret for your eyes only.
That's a James Bond.
Well, yeah, no. Yeah, Shashiro is definitely a James Bond reference. He made a fucking James Bond reference in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did you not see the 007 thing he made up?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So
Let
Joe
the
fantasizes
boom.
special new forms for
That's all I
Roll
got.
after 119.
Yeah.
And since Blue's a spy,
Yeah.
they did the
Boom
I.
Blue,
the I-
007.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, here.
You remember?
He even does the Sean Connery
Oh,
hop.
yeah.
He does the hop that he does.
Do you remember in the Simpsons when they did a Bond theme for McBain? McBoon.
Let's
Nothing
get silly.
to McBoon.
You know, I will say this. Kudos to the artists for the series. That
It looks good.
it looks
It does.
good.
Looks like
It looks
Like
like
it-
they put effort into it.
I said this rather instinctually, and I like reading webcomics and manga. Like
Oh.
I really like manga, so I read that. Like I would absolutely read.
I
that
love what
before
you
that.
said though when you called this a visual novel because that was the first impression I got looking at
Yeah.
this art.
I
That's how
thought
that's
this was
soft
going to
lighting.
be a visual novel.
I was like, what is this, an Otome visual novel?
I was like, are we doing a dating sim?
That's what I'm thinking. It's like an
Because
Otome
I'll
game.
play it.
Will you date Taya or will you date
I'm
Ishiro?
dating Joe.
Well,
Or the
Taya.
secret route, date Boom Dorio.
Taya, he's rich.
But he'll serial kill you.
No,
Yeah, you'll die in an unfortunate car accident.
That's our head canon.
Yeah, you'll die in an unfortunate
that's
car
not
accident.
canon. You know what is canon?
Is there gay sex?
Listen,
better be.
listen.
Only in the uncensored Steam version.
Your serial killer shit is non-canon. You know what is canon? He's death clock rich.
Boondorio's pregnant.
Does it actually say who the artist is?
Let's see. Okay, so series head writer Atsuhiro Tomioka is supervising the project. The webcomic is being produced by Side Ranch, who did the Rita webcomic.
Okay.
And Manga Do is illustrating the comic. Or it might be Manga Do. I don't know.
So,
And then the planning and production is being done by series producers Takahiro Okawa and Yoshito Kuji.
so a lot of this is being supervised by the actual crew of the show, which is very promising, actually.
Yes.
You know what? I'll read that. I'll happily read that. If that's like on Webtoon or if I can find it like online.
It's going to be exclusively on the TTFC, so fans will have to post it somewhere.
Okay, so I'm going to have to read Scanlations.
Yes. Thankfully, TV Nihon did.
I'm not admitting that out loud for legal purposes, but I'll
Well, he did.
TV Nihon did the Rita manga, so they'll probably do this as well.
I'm speaking hypothetically for legal purposes.
I'm still waiting for that Avenger prequel novel or manga to actually be released somehow. Gee, I remember when Ultraman was like, "Oh, here's everything fully subbed," and now it's like,
I thought you were about to say,
You got
man,
the
remember
show.
when Ultraman was good?
Wow.
I mean,
Remember when Ultraman?
remember when it was just you and me
Remember?
talking about
I
Ultraman?
don't know. Good old days.
Okay, so as for the story, Ishiro has recently graduated from spy training school with top grades. He is a lone wolf agent not affiliated with any organization. He one day receives a request from the organizations he doesn't work for to locate an unknown flying object that has come from outside the solar system and ends up infiltrating the home of the mysterious billionaire named Taya Honda.
I was like,
That
what?
leads me to believe that he's a freelancer.
Yeah.
Like, he's a freelancer.
Yeah.
Say lone wolf.
Yeah.
We get to see him infiltrate T. Hando.
Sure. He takes jobs from everyone but works for no one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first chapter is already released, and the second chapter will be releasing November 10th with new chapters every Sunday exclusively on the TTFC.
On the TTFC.
Tune in to TTFC.
You're now watching the TTFC.
One way or another. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it one day. Gonna see this story about Taya and his buddy.
Nailed it. Next. So completely out of fucking nowhere, they're putting out a premium DX re-release or reissue, whatever you want to call it, of the Drill Crusher from Kamen Rider Build.
Oh
The
no,
weapon that everyone forgot existed.
it's a full scale version.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a 1-to-1 scale.
AKA the drill sword that turns into the fucking hairdryer.
It comes with the hedgehog bottle.
Looks just like the original did.
God, if it didn't look stupid.
Like the drill form is cool. Like you know what I'd like the freaking Ninden comic sword like 1-to-1 scale.
Oh,
That'd
the
be cool.
four-coma sword?
Yeah,
That would be cool.
that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
So yes, it has.
Holy shit, that's a fucking difference. God
okay,
damn.
the size difference is significant.
Whoa.
Me explaining to my new girlfriend.
Wow, that's a difference.
Impressive.
Pre-surgery, post-surgery.
Yep.
What you
Just go to Guatemala or something.
what you think, what you have.
Build up indeed.
So yes, I love that the article describes it as an impressive rotating drill mechanism.
Stop.
Oh, so actually spins? Cool.
Oh yeah, well the original did too.
Oh, okay.
There's going to be so many awkward hospital visits.
In drill mode, it boasts a total length of 80 centimeters, making it about 200% larger from the DX version.
Say that again slowly.
You can swap it to the gun mode. Apparently, the gun mode drill is small. Oh, it comes with 2 drills. The smaller one is for the gun mode.
So can I attach both at the same time?
Yes.
Oh, fuck
And
yeah.
have a gun drill sword?
Gun drilled for your pleasure.
Testing.
Testing.
That's kind of look like a megaphone.
Some.
Bye.
I do have the I think it was called like the Megalobo, like the Power Rangers like loudspeaker that turned the baton. One of the shittiest fucking toys we ever got.
Well, yeah, Lane.
It's crap.
It's for kids.
Yeah. No, it's because the VS Changer was the fucking main toy.
You want a burger morpher. You don't get to talk.
I do. I actually want to buy another Ninja Star Burger in box.
So yes, the difference from the DX toy is that the gun mode drill does not spin.
What?
It does work with any of the DX full bottles. It does not recognize individual full bottles.
Then what the fuck is this for?
It's
People who
just
like drills
for like build cosplayers.
and sexual deviants.
Now I
Anyways,
got it.
Vegas, I did see
Mostly
that. That's
sexually.
awesome, but Canadian Walmarts suck for getting exclusive shit, so I'll never fucking get it unless I want to pay an arm and a leg for it.
What is it?
It's a transformer of the Mandalorian.
Oh, okay.
It's
So-
fucking cool.
Oh, and here's the best part. This fucking drill sword hairdryer gun plays background music.
Does it play
including the
Be the
theme
One?
song. Yes.
Yeah!
A TV side.
We make a boy with the drill.
You can literally make a boy while making a boy.
Yay!
It is the drill that will pierce the heavens.
So it doesn't read the full bottles.
No.
No.
But you put it in and it pushes a button that activates the this
Yeah,
is the
I don't
tokusatsu
think I
set.
ever read bottles.
No, the original did not either.
I could have sworn it did.
In the show, yeah.
I never played with the toy. So I didn't.
That's because the toy sucks.
Yeah, toy was shit.
The only reason I remember the toy being in our house because Lane bought it off of Shuken Shinobi just so I could have the hedgehog bottle. So I could get the fire hedgehog bottle form.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what happened to that toy.
It's so funny that like it fits normal DX full bottles. So this one shot of it with the full bottle in it, there's so much space because it's like a bigger opening.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Anyways, someone's gonna buy this. I'm happy for them.
Is it? Is the full bottle in yet?
Can we get the beat crosser?
Yeah, all the beat
The
closer.
fucking hit parade! I fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool sword own.
So yes, premium Bandai web exclusive, 19,000.
It's $200 fucking dollars.
All right, fuck all of this.
No.
Not worth it.
Stricken from the record.
Releasing in March.
No,
Good luck.
Thank you.
I'd be angry if y'all did it.
I'd rather buy a Me-Tan plushie.
Yeah.
Well, like not a Me-Tan, but like, you know, her little plushie that she had.
Yeah.
That's worth it more.
Yeah.
All right.
God. Ugh.
I'd buy myself a small Mofoon.
I hate inflation. I hate inflation so much.
Speaking of inflation,
What?
don't worry, there's a reason.
Make my fetish grow.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we're all getting together on a weekend. We're streaming the fuck out of this.
So yeah, it was announced a while back. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is putting out a new game called Rita's Rewind. And
Wait,
it's
is this Turtles in Time but Power Rangers?
Yes.
Basically.
Astonishing!
Oh no, it's more like the new one, Shredder's Revenge.
But
Power
but
Rangers.
Shredder's Revenge is Super Turtles in Time.
Anyways, like I said,
Astonishing!
As
I said!
we're getting together.
5-player multiplayer.
Yeah, we're getting together.
Yeah,
we're gonna
Was there
stream
6?
this.
I only saw 5.
They introduced Tommy in this trailer.
Oh, good. Cool.
I'm
watched
so
the trailer.
here
Yo, Cast Ranger play Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. We'll make a
Right.
stream.
Please be green.
Yes.
You get a
I'll be
green
pink.
caster.
I'll be pink.
Oh, ooh. I want to be Jason.
Okay.
I want to be the Red Ranger.
So's Tommy.
Okay, so
Like White Ranger Tommy.
Rita's Rewind is a new beat-em-up game featuring an original storyline that both respects and remixes Power Rangers lore with scenarios and gameplay both familiar and new. Players will brawl, blast, fight, and drive, which is the most interesting part to me, through a constantly shifting mix of classic game genres and fan-favorite moments.
Yeah,
I'm
so
here
there's
for
like
it.
different game types.
Well, when you say drive, I'm just thinking there's a level where you
Drive
ride
the Zords.
No, drive the Rad Bug.
Oh, that'd be fun.
No,
We have to do the whoa!
no, the driving section is just you piloting the Megazord, the Dino Megazord in tank mode.
So there's, no, it's
Running
like,
over
The
shit.
Discord says
those
they use
things.
their
No, you're
motorcycle-
piloting Titanus.
No,
the
the
Discord says they use their
I
motorcycles.
was gonna say the shark cycles.
Yeah. The totally slamming
forgot
sector
about the
cycles?
shark
No, wait,
cycles.
that's Beetleborgs.
Oh no, they'll probably use the toy exclusive motorcycles that they
Does
have.
that mean we get to see them use their shiny metallic armor?
God, I
That's
hope
DLC?
You just getting reskins the whole game with just the shiny
Well,
armor?
it's Shredder's Revenge
It's
can do it.
absolutely what would happen.
They just look awful too, like it's too bright for the screen. You're like,
No. They turn down the darkness of the screen, but you're all
But the
shiny.
skins all
Oh.
stay the same.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Power Star.
I really hope.
Metallic armor is.
I really hope there's just lots of them going.
Probably. I will say, I haven't seen this trailer, but I saw the previous trailer. The gameplay does look pretty solid.
Okay, cool.
Like I said,
You had
we're
me
gonna
at
try.
we can get together on a Saturday and we can dummy through this in one stream.
Just like we did with Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. I'm done.
Okay, so here's the story. In the game, the team faces off against Robo Rita, a robotic incarnation of the Power Rangers' longtime nemesis.
That's what we have to do at this
So
point.
is this canon to Once and Always?
It looks like it.
It's a what if story of what if Rita. You know how her plan was to go back in time and that
What if
stuff.
What if she
One?
succeeded?
Yeah, what if she does?
Wow.
Well, like, look what it says.
She conjures a portal to send herself back in time by forming an alliance with her younger self. That's why it's Rita's Rewind.
God damn it! It's the Goku Black arc. From
It's the opposite of Turtles Flash Forward.
Oh God.
Oh. So not yesterday.
And this so is yesterday.
Rita's
But it's also
Rewind.
tomorrow.
Yeah. All at once.
Anyways, this will be a fun ass fucking stream, fun ass game.
Working
Yeah.
together, Robo Rita and Rita Repulsa rewind, rewrite, rewrite, and remix the past in an attempt to stop the very formation of the Power Rangers,
Cool.
thus altering the course of history. So it's
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. Where
In time is Rita Repulsa.
Put that on the Castranger album.
So this game is actually releasing pretty soon, December 10th.
awesome.
PC via Steam, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series XS, Xbone, and Switch. So it's on fucking everything.
Just where on the moon is Rita Repulsa?
So there's no excuses.
yeah.
Yeah, we all got those consoles.
It probably will not have crossplay, I expect.
Oh no! It's nowadays there are a lot. Fall Guys has crossplay.
Yeah.
Not everything
Not
does,
everything has
though.
crossplay,
And
unfortunately.
usually it's Sony's fault when something doesn't.
Thanks,
So.
Sony.
I feel like Hasbro though will be like, I don't give a shit. We just auction off all of our shit. We don't care.
But PS4 and PS5 would be able to play.
Yeah,
that.
like same within the same console
Oh,
family.
then I don't care about that.
I walked into a GameStop today and someone pulled up a PS4 game and was like, hey, is this backwards compatible with the PS5? And it's like, I'm just thinking to
Yes.
myself, I'm like,
Poor boy.
probably.
Every
Nope,
game
it is not.
That's what I was gonna say.
There are
Yes,
some
it is.
games that are.
PS5 plays PS4 games, yes?
Not like PS2, PS1, PS3.
No.
He said PS4.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
It does play PS4, yeah.
Yes.
Xbox is killing it in the backwards compatibility.
I like the thumbnail though for the trailer though. It's like, yeah, and then Kimberly, no, I'm fucking out. Whoosh.
Get me out of this timeline.
Take me back to Toronto.
I've got a Canadian TV show to be on.
I gotta go direct Superman Lois.
Anyways, cast fans, look forward to the Rita's Rewind stream.
Cast
The
Ranger
Castrangers. It's
plays.
gonna
We
be
haven't
fun.
done one of those in forever.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Friggin' New Year's Eve. Why not?
It could be good.
We're already there.
New Year's Eve, we have plans.
Yeah, we can go to the hotel and we can stream the video game.
I don't know if I can stream from hotel
Well,
Wi-Fi.
then we will come here on the Saturday. I'll stay for 2 days,
Sure.
and then we'll do it.
You bastard.
Well, New Year's Eve is Tuesday night.
We'll stream it on a Tuesday. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
Remembrance Day.
You know what? I might just be the Zordon. And I'll be here in spirit.
Sure. I'm sure there's online co-op.
We'll figure it out.
Do you have a PlayStation?
I have a Switch.
That's unfortunate.
Especially with the Switch 2.
Anyways, next story.
They still haven't fucking announced. That's
Next
the
story.
end. That's the end.
There is
That's
no
it?
next story.
Yay, alright, on to Gavv then.
Yeah, all right.
Juicy.
Trick or treat.
Anyways.
All right, we didn't hear it because the sound played. I
Okay.
promise. Halloween episode seems perfect for Gavv. Yes.
Showman discovered Halloween's the thing and he fucking loves it. And
He abuses it.
And
He
it's
goes
very
up to-
creepy watching an adult go around asking for candy.
well, he doesn't know, right? He thinks it's just anyone can celebrate
He's a
Halloween.
man-child.
So he goes up to like an old lady. He's like, trick or treat. He just keeps going,
trick or
trick or
treat.
treat. And she's like, okay,
Oh,
yo.
no.
Children at heart count, damn it.
Oh no, best one. He goes up to a random person that's just at their shop and he's like, trick or treat, and the guy he's not handing out candy. He's just doing his job. He's like,
I think that was the dude they said was the Groot.
no, it's the other guy.
Anyway, so yeah, that was the B plot of the episode.
Look at
because
him in the costume. He's so precious.
He's like a fucking pumpkin snowman.
I'm sorry. As adorable as that is, someone get me a picture of Sachiko in that Halloween outfit.
Oh no, she's so
Damn, she rocked that.
Because
cute. Yeah, she's cute.
I'm sorry, it's been a long time since I've actually looked at an actress.
All I have to
Kamen,
say
I'm
after
like,
looking at Sachika,
Need a beverage?
because I'm thirsty. Because I'm thirsty.
Choking on my own rage here.
Choking on my own horniness.
Hold on, I'll step back a few inches.
Sorry. I just pictured you trying that as your move.
That's my pickup line.
So how's Ichi? Oh, he died on Pepsi.
He died the way he lived.
There you
Yeah,
go.
and we're just like, makes sense.
Yeah.
Protect this woman.
So yeah, Shoma going around being a creepy adult asking for candy is the B plot of the episode, because the A plot of the episode is Honto being a creeper to actual children.
You should have watched this without subtitles, because I watch the Raw every week, and so I'm just seeing him walk up to these little girls asking, and I'm like, oh no, Honto, don't. They just pull their like.
One of them literally pulls the rape alarm and runs away.
It's good they have those though.
Yeah.
So it's very, very protective. So, but yeah, I was like, Honto, that don't go up to two little girls and ask about monsters.
Oh, yeah. So thanks for Ataro for putting in the chat. Once again, it's time for another moment of random English on shirts.
Read that T-shirt.
Achieve 1983. Always be honest.
What happened in 1983? Was that when you? It's definitely not when you were born.
No, she's not a zoomer.
That was achieved though.
She's a zoomer.
And then the other one's just cute.
Yeah.
Cute.
Just as cute.
So they're dancing. They're doing TikTok dances or something.
This entire
Yes, Lane. They were going to the TikTok dance.
Dude, I have this.
One day,
I go
Ichi.
down this pedestrian bridge like every night, to get home and like to go to work and get home from work. Once a week, someone's fucking doing TikTok dances on that bridge, and like they get annoyed when I'm walking by and interrupting. And I'm like, I'm sorry for existing.
It's not your bridge.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck off.
I knew I recognized that song. The song, I knew it was a Rider Girl song. It was Build Up, which is Bill Genius's theme.
Oh,
I knew I recognized that song. I just
Easter
couldn't
egg.
think of the name.
But like I see them dancing in front of the mirrors, which is yes, that is a good way to practice your dancing. But to me, I'm just thinking, and those mirror monsters are just going. You guys are doing good.
So,
It's great.
yeah, so
we're just getting snatching it.
Yeah, we're gonna snatch it.
so kids are disappearing or something in this tunnel, and
Secret tunnel.
Honto's trying to figure it out. So he like goes to the girls' dance practice, and he's
Just
like,
as a total creeper standing outside the window, even like pressing up against.
Yeah,
them.
like I was half expecting him to just like go up against the glass, like.
he notices
Sir.
he notices the instructor's like has like some kind of like covering his stomach with something, and he's like, Granute?
I actually have to give this episode huge props for the amazingly well done fake out with the Granute of the Week.
Yeah. Because, like, he goes to this class, and, like, this is for the class that all the kids are disappearing from. The girls talk about it, right?
And the teacher is, like, this bigger dude, and I'm like, why is this guy teaching? He looks like he's out of breath just barely instructing them.
Which, again, comes back later.
Yeah.
He could probably do this when he was younger. Now he can't anymore, so he has to teach.
So Honto follows this guy as he creepily follows one of the kids, complete with fucking, like
jacket,
pedo
glasses.
flasher jacket.
You look like Dom DeLuise.
Yeah, it did look like Don DeLuise.
And then he assaults the man, rips off his, like, belt sash that he's covering his stomach with.
He has heating pads because he's got the stomach flu, and it's like,
He's just a normal dude with a sickness.
Well, no, he was saying, too, like, he's sick because, the kids, he wants to reward them for so he's been giving them candy, and he's eating it, too.
Yeah.
And it's bad when you're older, I guess.
I mean,
So but, like, there are fart jokes in this episode.
Yeah, he's like...
he's like about to shit himself.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta get out of here. Fuck you, man.
Sugar doesn't agree with me.
Yeah, no, like, so, like, Honto, at one point, like, he, like, bumps into, because, like, Shoma's, like, going around getting, like, fucking treats, and then, like, he runs by the guy, he's like, hey, man, let me...
Yeah, I fucking lost my shit at that, like, run by, like, hey,
and then, he, like, so Honto bumps into this, like, bakery patissier or something like that, which he strangely looked like a combo of Toma and Kento from Saber. It was weird.
I didn't look at him close enough to
his
tell.
face looked like Tento's, but he dressed like Toma would have.
Kento?
Yes.
It's Kento.
No, Kento. I said Kento.
You said Tento a second
Okay,
ago.
well, I meant Kento. Anyways,
Kento-man.
so like he like offers him a thing. He's like, and like Honto's like, oh no, I'm not big into sweets. And I'm like, yeah, being the chocolate rider, you wouldn't be.
I was wondering what the hell those were in the briefcases they got, but yeah, they do look like Genius Full Bottles.
Does look like the Genius Full Bottle. Yeah, does that look like Toma and Kento, kinda?
A little bit.
A little bit.
I kind of see it.
Oh, and Ichi, where did this take place?
Oh, yes. At one point while Honto's talking to the girls, they mentioned that they're going to meet up at a park that they're going to practice. And the name of the park is Ichi Go Die Park. And I'm like,
It's your Halloween scare.
That's what you get for shitting on Gavv, Ichi. That'll teach you to shit on Gavv.
John Toei is saying fuck me specifically.
I mean, technically, this episode was already done before the show even came out.
No, I know. But That doesn't serve my lore.
Trapusive.
We've been doing this for years. Do you honestly believe that John Toei wasn't saving this for just this occasion?
Well, yeah, Decker made that Lakeis's face a
If
fucking
that's
emoji.
a real park, then how come I haven't heard of it in any other toku I've ever watched?
Decker, please! That emote scares me.
Oh yeah, the bloody Lachesis face.
Oh yeah, they made an emote, and now every time I shit on Gotcher, Decker's just gonna post that.
I'm still-
You gotta post the bigger one though, bigger picture one when I've shit on Gotcher.
I'm still waiting on the Zoltar emotes and the Rangers Animorphing
Zoltar, I
emotes.
forgot about that.
Hey, Zoltar.
So I noticed this when Valen like Honto starts fighting as Valen. So like we already know that like the Valen suit's like really weak, and then like I realized he wasn't damaging him when he's like actually physically hitting the grenade, but then like he damages him when he's shooting him with the Valen Buster. So obviously the power's in the weapon, which I actually appreciate that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's an interesting contrast between him and Shoma, because Shoma's obviously physically stronger.
yeah.
but-
Also, Valen starts the fight by like drop kicking him in the face.
yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, I know.
I mean-
Like I don't know why, but I love drop kicks. Like I love when someone just drop kicks out of nowhere.
I mean,
It's
he was
so
saving
fun.
a little kid. Like,
Yeah.
Valen's power set is experimental, very not much tested, and obviously is his base form, so
Well,
it's not going to be super effective.
That's why I'm
yet.
looking forward to Dr. Sugar just improving Valen as the show goes on, because Valen's going to get really
Oh!
busted by the end.
I wanted to talk about this while we were talking about caking.
Mhm.
So, you know how... So this show is about Shoma and Honto, and they're going to become good friends by the end of it.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what this reminds me of?
Mm.
Sento and Banjo.
Oh.
And they eventually had a fusion form, cross build. So what if the eventual Gavv Valen fusion form is chocolate cake?
Reese's Pieces.
Can I make an observation? Because I watched last week's episode too, right? So like, when he's around Gavv, like him in his rider form,
Yep.
he's friendly with him, and he's.
Yeah.
But when he's around Shoma, he's a little bit more reserved and a little bit more distrustful.
Well, yeah, because Shoma in his
Sure,
non-rider
yeah.
form is kind of an idiot.
I think this is going to lead, but I think this is going to lead to some sort of misunderstanding further down the line, where Shoma is included in his hatred of all of the.
Of the Grenades.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like we are going to get a point where he learns who Shoma is and initially is going to conflict with him.
Oh, yeah, he's going to find out he's part of the stomach family.
so they're gonna do the Bondario Biondi thing.
Yes, but hopefully better.
I think it'll extend over a short period of time,
Hope-
like a few episodes at the very
Yeah.
least.
I hope Sachika's the one to figure it out. And she's like,
That would-
I know you both are the con riders.
That would be hilarious considering she is an info dealer.
Yeah, it's like it's obvious you're both Val and Gavv.
By the
Yeah.
way, we in an early bit of this episode, we got this one scene where we can see that Valen has now gone viral also.
And he's trending.
I actually
No.
like that. I actually like that to be how they find out about each other. It's just like, God, it's so obvious. Both of you are the Kamen Riders.
Look what you're wearing.
What? You?
Yeah,
What? Me?
Honto's
Yeah,
like,
yes.
Honto's just like, thank God I'm keeping my identity secret. But yeah, so Shoma also discovers a lollipop, and he likes it, and imagines him punching a candy cane with
This is
boxing
also in
gloves.
the Rocky universe.
I also like right before that happens. So it's like the day after Halloween, and he's just like on a bench, sad that
Yeah.
it's no longer Halloween.
Hold on.
Now I have to wait a whole other year.
Mood.
Hold on. It takes place after Halloween.
The first half of the episode is on Halloween, and then there's a scene where he's on the
Yeah,
bench,
yeah,
and he's like, "Halloween's over."
But what day is that then?
November 1st.
What's today?
November 1st. Wow. Let's go.
We're talking about
This episode aired last weekend.
Also, Wolf, I like how you think. I wanted peanut butter gojizo so badly. I love
Yeah,
peanut
Decker
butter.
brought it up. It's like, oh look,
Reese's Pieces.
look, it's a picture of Valen fighting.
Give me a new form, Jim.
Who
Get out of my store!
took those photos? Unless it was Dr. Candy, and he's
Dr. Candy.
Dr.
Dr.
Sugar?
Sugar.
Dr.
Dr.
Sugar,
Sugar.
Dr. Sugar, Dr.
He's gonna digivolve into
Whatever.
Dr. Candy.
Dr. Candy's the
Dr.
movie villain.
Sugar.
That could be very possible.
So, yeah, so then an agent, like, comes by and just swipes his fucking basket.
that was so fucking funny.
That's happened multiple times in this show where someone just yoink.
Well, yeah, because it's all he cares about.
Like, on the bike, though.
He
Yeah.
literally got drive-by robbed.
Now, it would have been funnier if it was like he didn't have a bike and you just see the Mook like sneak up.
They wanted it
It's
to
like
look
straight
cool.
up Spy versus Spy his ass.
Oh wow! I wasn't expecting a Spy versus Spy reference.
Sevens, I don't think you quite understand what No Nut November is.
That's brilliant, Lane.
Wow.
Or does he understand perfectly and disregard it completely?
Genius. So yeah.
Sorry.
They chase each other. He chases them over to the warehouse where he gets ambushed by the twins who are trying to redeem themselves by killing Gavv. And they just have this fucking like turret strapped to the wall, remote controlled by their phone.
Oh yeah.
And it just melts every form he throws at them.
Oh yeah, no, it was so cool. Yeah, it was cool seeing fucking Flamello just like not poofy.
He looks like a panda.
Panda Mellow.
So he's like, well, shit, what am I gonna do? And so he gets like the
Guru can.
Yeah, the Guru can, which like I like the attention to detail that's like it's really heavy because we know it's like the bulky form. So he uses that. Fuck, it's heavy. Like it breaks the floor as he's fucking walking and super slow.
Which is significant to consider because we have to remember that Shoma has superhuman strength.
He's in Ed 209 now.
So like if a normal human tried to hold it, they would have their hand crushed through the floor.
Renew, you have 20 seconds to comply.
Robo can.
Also, we got this weird shot, like the inner workings of the weapon.
Yeah, the Gojizo are making the bullets as he's firing them. That's
so
awesome.
what we're seeing is they, just like Pikmin, they get worked to death before they get actually murdered to death.
Goat
Listen.
cheese, so we like to eat. This is a rip-off of the Loom.
But yeah, so we have the debut of Guru Ken form.
I like
the
it.
Walking mech.
I like it.
AKA the Suika arms, which means we're only going to see this form maybe twice more.
I feel like this is like the problems you have with the caking form. I think I have with this because I like it, but I don't know. This looks like it would fit better in Adventure Time or something, you know?
I think I like it because A, I love lollipops, and B, this is a badass heavy form.
I do like when he picks up like his bike and like starts using it. Like
Oh
as a
yeah, he turns into a fucking Gatling
The
gun.
fucking
Sick.
chime that comes out of it when he like charges it up and starts it spinning is so like carnival pinball game.
Yeah. Yeah, this one will make
You know
grow on me
what?
too, honestly.
This design in Rhinox colors.
Yo.
Because the Gatling guns just they remind me of Rhinox's two Gatling guns.
The sickest weapons in Transformers ever.
I honestly don't mind the head, Decker. I think it's cool.
I love the lollipop head.
It is literally just a fucking lollipop splatted onto his solid black head, but I think I like it.
What?
Would you say that you represent the lollipop Gavv? The lollipop Gavv. The lollipop Gavv.
We resemble what our legality is saying from the lollipop.
All right.
Gavv.
As of this episode, we have reached 50 Gojizo deaths.
Hooray!
Half
100.
Hooray? Question mark?
That's awful.
Oh, and that's what Emily would also say.
We're only going up from here.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be a big fucking.
That's
Gojizo.
awful.
Yeah, I know.
Cancel Gavv. Let the Gochiso live.
I don't know if we talked about this before.
Wait, Decker's cooking. 1 second. Wait. If Gojizos die.
Yes.
Dead air.
I love
Yes,
the
let's
dead
have dead air on our audio show.
air. The cake form will die too. No!
Unless, what if like the stronger Gochizos like persist? Like he only has to make one of them.
What if they have to
Yes,
eat
the-
weaker Gochizo to continue?
Just to eat more
That's
cake.
just like
That's the one thing this show's missing: fucking cannibalism.
give it time.
Can you honestly tell me that's not on the table?
I can't.
No, because of everything that we've seen up
he's
until
gonna
now.
no, because Shoma's protecting the Valen are protecting the humans, so they won't be able to get humans to spice. So they're
He
gonna
ain't
have to resort
protecting
to
the Gochizo,
grenades
though.
to produce spice for the dark candies.
So wait, if the cake form doesn't persist, that means every time he wants to use this form, he has to find and eat more cake.
Let's just
I
hope
can
it's
live
not a
with that.
seasonal cake.
PR tip there, stomach family. Never go live bodies.
Lima beans.
Yeah, so we eventually meet the actual Grenouille who's been stealing and eating the children, and it's the patissier dude who's been handing out free snacks to the children.
Fucking hipsters.
Also, I did love that one shot of Gavv just like grabbing the agent, just fucking slamming him on the ground, and he explodes in fucking sprinkles. It's
so
awesome.
Fucking funny.
It's so fucking awesome.
I thought you were about to say I love the shot where the one kid gets yoinked into the tunnel.
But yeah, at one point he takes his galley gun and he like summons like fucking like things to like hold it down in place.
Anchors.
Yeah, anchors.
I mean, like, you know, it's always been kind of a dark subject with this, but it's like, this one's been targeting kids.
Yep.
Like,
oh my god.
oh yeah, I saw this.
He's eating children. Fucking children.
Yeah. So they destroy the agent, and Valen chases off the monster, but doesn't kill him. He's still around. And then they go back to the bakery, and the whole building is just fucking gone.
Yeah, I didn't notice that when I watched the Raw, and then when I watched the sub this morning, I was like, wait, what?
It's gone.
How?
Oh wait, no, it's over there.
Did he
You'll
like
be sorry?
Did he like move the bakery like by putting it in his stomach or something in his gab?
Who the fuck
It
knows?
was all an illusion.
Did they have Kirby stomachs?
No, Capsule Corp.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy that when I discovered like years ago that Kirby has a whole fucking universe for a stomach. That's why he's
Canonically
in
the
so much.
strongest.
Kirby is an eldritch horror from beyond the stars.
Yeah.
He just happens to be
He's
cute.
so cute though. He's a little boy.
That's how he gets you.
Oh,
That is not a pleasant
He's just
looking
scary
image.
And
when
he's
he
a good guy, question mark?
and he sucks up Joker and he gets a gun. That's when you have to start being afraid.
Well, yeah, because Mennonite
Joker's
is
neutral
the
is gun.
Mennonite is the edgelord Kirby.
That talks.
So yeah, next week donuts. Well, 2 weeks from now.
Let's go nuts.
Donuts.
And also the candy cannons.
Yeah, he gets like fucking shoulder cans. Sick.
I'm guessing that's Bakugan, because when he ate the candy, he spit out Vrukan, Gurukan, and Bakukan. So I think Bakukan is the cannons.
Cool.
That-
The cannons. Cannons.
That just makes me think of freaking Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guard vent.
Candy vent.
Final event.
Alright, let's boom time.
Boom change.
Boom boom in space.
So,
Yes.
was I right?
Yeah, I think George Miller needs to sue somebody.
Should we sue? Yeah, we should sue.
No, I mean, that was like obviously an homage, and the funniest thing about it is like, yes, the Great Tokyo Desert, right outside of town.
I don't think George Miller would sue this very adorable, fun show for children.
I mean, this show makes in a year what, like 10 times what either of those movies made, so I don't know.
He makes I'll get jokes on.
I saw that die on your face.
Baboongers have a war rig now.
I mean, it was just like, it was hilarious how like 1-to-1 it was when he literally started using a fire guitar on the rig. Like,
Yeah.
Sakito, where's Beauty? Oh, he didn't want to be here. Hides changer and hits the freaking
Record button.
not record button,
Or like communicating
yeah,
button.
communication button. Just boop.
Yeah, I was fucking surprised to see that the Boom Boom controller can do that, and meanwhile I look over at mine. Why doesn't mine do that?
because you didn't get the combination
What are you
right.
talking about? It does. That's how they end up calling the park to Ichi.
That's how John Toei's been listening.
I'm sorry, I should have gotten it for you.
You know, like we say they have bugs. Like, you brought them into your house. Like,
Literally everything is bugged.
Every SH figure art is a fucking bug. It's not
they
a
had to
bug.
turn most of them off. Like, too much feedback.
Wait, Kamen Riders, based on insects, bugs. There's bugs in my house.
Quick, take all the batteries out of your toys.
Well, the toasters never lied to me before.
Like, all of them have speakers.
There could be a microphone in there.
Shit.
So,
Imagine just, oh my god.
I mean, it's literally that South Park episode with the Jin Pokemon.
So yeah, we get the full explanation of the sequence of events that happens involving Bundario's constantly changing
I'm
alliances.
amazed that there was a scene where fucking Bundario's fucking drinking alcohol. He's drunk when
And he
Spindo's
had like
giving
a
his
fucking hobo cape on.
Yeah, he had like a
hide him.
tattered cloak on. He's drinking alcohol while talking to Spindo, and just like being like, "What the fuck do you mean I should try that shit?" And I'm like, "Holy shit, drunk
What kind of
Bundario."
car would allow that?
I just do love the idea of like these beings like consuming alcohol, and it like this implies they have livers, you know?
Spindo's got like an AI butler. It's awesome.
Named Gran Tu Risk. What the hell is that a reference to?
Oh yeah, we always see him like as like a fight like later in the show. It'd be awesome.
No, he is just literally that radio.
Oh.
That's his staff.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was the staff that belonged to the minion that he disintegrated the previous episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh, maybe it's him.
Oh! Thank you, Eitaro. Gran Turismo.
There you go.
Oh!
I didn't feel it was like Grand Prix something.
Fuck me.
God damn it. I hate that game. It's too realistic.
Maybe it's a reference to the movie.
Let's hope so.
That was based on a true story too.
Evidently.
Ugh.
So Bundario was part of the BBG. He was getting...
He sucked.
He was bad at it. He had a loss streak.
A fan gave him custom parts, which ended up being illegal parts, obviously.
And you can see exactly where it goes from there. It turns out that the fan, quote-unquote, was working for the Hashirians. He was a mook working under Spindo, who orchestrated the whole thing from the get-go.
I love that the guy just dropped his dead corpse right in front of you.
I found your fan!
Did they explain like what that was, or was that literally just a fan thing?
No. So he said that he was working for Spindo.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Oh, I'm your big fan, Bundario."
Just some random alien robot creature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm your number one fan.
I'm your number one fan.
So yeah, Bundario ended up getting kicked out of the BBG because the parts that he used were illegal, so he lost his license. And then the reason Bundi was angry was because Bundario didn't tell him about that.
Just go home, Bundi. I work alone. My name's not Bundi!
So Bundario agreed to work under Spindo for the Hashirians because they were like, we race whatever we want. We don't pay attention to the rules. We do what we want.
And then, of course, the typical shit's like, "Oh, why'd you leave them?" "Well, I found out they were doing bad shit, so..."
And my immediate first question on that is, how long were you working with Spindo until you realized that the Hashirians were assholes?
Well, that's the thing, though. So, like, Spindo was saying, like, they were starting out small. So, like, he was probably, like, they were doing, like, little small things, and then once they got big, then he started doing, like, more, like, bad shit, and then that's when he realized.
So when the Hashirians were just an evil startup company, they were just committing evil space misdemeanors and then upgraded to space felons.
Exactly.
I think it was around the third planet being conquered that Bundario was like,
My planet
I don't think these are
breaking.
nice guys! And then they mentioned that he tried to get them arrested with the Galaxy Police, who are apparently already in Spindo's pocket.
Deca
and my
Ranger?
That's what I was like, the Galaxy Police? Deca Ranger?
No, Blue Centurion.
Space Squad?
No, space sheriffs, guys. Come on.
Oh,
The
yeah.
spaceship.
Signal Man.
Gavv showed up.
Why has
Like,
not
don't you
Signal
do it?
Man showed up in this fucking show yet?
Maybe
Right?
you never know, man.
I want it so badly.
They crossed over with so many others.
The suit's around. The voice actor's still around.
Yeah.
They're going into space.
Let there be a cameo at least.
Fucking love Signal Man so goddamn much.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
When Space Michael Jackson offers you a job, you can't say no
I just
whether
love
you
his
like
little
to
monkey.
or not.
I love his little bubbles he's got.
I think it's funny that the Bubbles monkey seems to be doing the voice more than Spindo is.
Right?
He's got a monkey on his shoulder.
It's so funny to think that's Urtaros' voice coming out of Michael
yeah.
Jackson.
It just, I can't even remember his name. All I just think of him as Space Michael Jackson.
Why do we know Spindo?
Spindo. It's like
Spindo.
maybe he's kind of like Megatron in a sense, not from like Transformers 1, but like like
No, it's
like
C16.
you know what's Cyberverse style Megatron, where it's like, you see, I have some friends. We're starting this organization, we're pretty small, but don't worry, we have ideas. And
So
maybe,
literally an evil startup company.
just a startup company, but like and if they don't accept, we'll take it by force. I guess taking it by force just became the answer to everything, and it just slowly.
Let's just skip the step.
It slowly just become corrupt.
What are you guys called? Decepticons. Oh.
That sounds trustworthy.
This is the reason he red flags.
They're called Decepticons!
This is one of the best lines John Cena's ever said.
So love it. They're deceptive and they're cons. Decepticons. They're automotive machine, or they're automotive robots. Autobot. That seems kind of lazy, guys.
It's all lazy, guys.
Sounds so cool though.
Would you prefer
Really?
manual bots?
For Maximals.
I couldn't trust those Trusticons.
Max Animals.
The Trusticon.
Whoa! The Trusticons.
Anyway, so yeah, Disrace kidnaps Bundi and then like calls them up to like, issue the ransom.
And they show up immediately.
I was gonna say this episode did a good thing where like it was like, okay, we have to play these tropes. Let's just end them 5 seconds later, though.
It's so fucking funny.
like Bundy's like, oh, I forgive you already. Like
they don't even finish making their evil threats before the Boonboomgers are already on site shooting up the place.
And I would say
great.
that in relation to like last week's episode, like where Ty is becoming one of my favorite Reds because I love it in fiction when someone starts monologuing and the hero goes, no. Stop.
No!
We're not doing this today.
Why? You were taking too long.
Taya is now serial killing tropes.
You sly dog, you got me monologuing. Love syndrome.
He's one of the best.
Yeah, and then it turns out they pan back over and Bundy's already broken out and beaten up. The team.
Yeah, that was funny.
They fired the cannons at the Boonboomgers, and the other car is like, "Oh, did we do it?" And the other two are like,
obviously not.
"Why did you say that? Now it didn't work." See?
They're getting savvy to the tropes. Oh no.
I fucking love that shit.
Like they even have little tiny flags of like, it's a flag.
Clearly not.
Yeah.
And then Disrace apparently fucking fires them.
You're fired.
Fired!
Oh god, the Cat in the Hat fired.
Oh yeah, the 3-seaters are gonna go to the Boonboomgers and be like, "We're sorry."
No, they're gonna go into space and become the new Hashirians.
They will all be Mad Rex.
It'd be so funny if they just pull a fucking the Noto shit and just join the good side.
I predict the next episode is going to be them, like, now that we have nothing left to lose, let's just go take on the Boonboomgers for taking out our friend, and they'll explain it to them more thoroughly, and they'll probably decide to join the Boonboomgers, but they'll also probably die.
You know how I can see this ending? They're up in space, they defeat the big bad, all is saved. Hey guys, I think we're forgetting something. Back on Earth, you see the three of them walking around. Yeah. Like, that's how the show needs to end. It needs to end the same way that the 2001 Robots in Disguise cartoon did. The Predacons are all captured. It's like, wait a minute, where's Skybite? And Skybite's still on Earth just chilling.
I thought you were going to say, like, how, like, Beast Wars ended.
The same way
yeah.
Beast Wars, they fly off and Waspiders on Earth, just...
And they somehow
3-seaters are happy now.
Somehow cavemen launched him into space back to Cybertron.
In
time!
The Beast Machine writers weren't allowed to watch Beast Wars.
They weren't allowed. That's amazing.
They were not allowed to
reference
Beast
craziest
Wars.
shit ever.
Anyways. So just like they go champion Boonboomger and they do their customized shit. It's pretty cool.
I think my favorite use of the customized power so far is when Boon Black uses Off-Roader, and as the Nejureta fire nails at him, he counters by shooting screwdrivers at the nails.
Yeah, that was cool. They're doing a lot with the animation in this season.
He holds up one of the mooks as like a meat shield too, and I was like, Joe, no!
It's against the Geneva Convention.
Don't do it!
They're illegal aliens. It's fine.
You know, I think it helps in that way of like, you know, all right, their team up power up is just a jacket. That means we can put more money like into other places, like the CGI for like.
Yeah,
not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea.
And I mean, like, that really does make their suits pop.
I also love that they're fighting in champion form, and Sagito and Beauty are just there, but
They're like,
not,
yeah!
at no point at all does Sagito wonder, why don't I get one?
Oh no, he's probably thinking, he's like, son of a bitch.
Also, this is me going into super pedantic mode. So they do the roll call with the champion forms on, but they still say Boon Red, Boon Blue. They don't say, like, Champion Boon Red, and that kind of irks
That's
me.
too wordy.
Too much time.
That's too wordy.
Other roll calls when they're in power-up forms have said the full form name.
Yeah, but this is not a stock henshin.
Also, I like that they cut to Bundorio, like, fighting, and he's just fucking, like, stalking Mooks in the face.
Ty turns to him. Bundario, smash.
Alright!
Bundario just opens up his chest. The fuck?
We were saying, like, it'd be funny if, like, Bundario pulled out a Boom Boom Changer and just, like, unjustined down into Boon White.
Oh, no. Cast off! Cast off!
Yo, that'd be cool, too.
Change.
I want to see
Racer.
Bundorio turn into a fucking Boonboomger. That'd be sick. Come on.
He'd be Boon Boom Boom.
So they let Gemba be the one to, like, do, like, the final attack on Disrace. It's actually really cool. Like, so, like, he attacks him, and then, like, the rest of the team, like, goes in for another hit, and then they, like, pat on the back of Gemba's jacket to, like, power him up, to, like, finish him off. It was really fucking cool.
I knew when I saw that the first time that they were going to be versions where other people did the...
I can't wait to see Joe do it.
Oh, it's going to be a one-off villain.
Yeah. Oh, we brought back your dead dinosaur monster friend.
Oh,
He's
no.
dead again. No.
He's back, but he's evil again.
So
He's the
Disrace.
real Mad Rex.
So Disrace just decides, okay, I'm gonna grow big and fuck off into space. Bye.
I have to go now. Gemba, your planet needs me.
Your planet needs me. That's good.
I'm gonna go rule your planet. Bye.
Why? Special delivery, me.
And so they launch the champion carrier, attach Bundorio to the back of it, and take off into space.
with the hydrogen boom boom car.
Yeah, which is just a translucent recolor of Pato Car 2.
With rocket fuel in it. Yeah.
And so they launch.
They go to the moon.
Yeah, explain how they go to space somehow.
Yeah.
Moon.
Go to the moon.
I'm just saying what happened.
It probably makes more sense than how they did it in Fast and Furious.
To the moon, though.
Okay, it was
Yeah,
dumb as that fucking was.
Fast
it was
and
kind of
Furious
cool.
Lunar Drift.
I mean, let's face it, the Boonboomgers are basically just a G-rated version of the Toretto family, so...
It is about family.
Yeah,
Family.
it's about family.
It's about family.
Family.
So we get the combination Boonboomger Robo Champion, and I laughed my ass off seeing the little stock sequence of it like posing at the end on the fucking like first place, second place, third place pedestal. Just implying that the Boom Boom cars they're not using are lesser.
I love the shot though where like the head forms and you see like the other like Boonboomger like tires and then it shows like a shot of the actual Boonboomgers like with their jackets on. I was like, fuck, that's so cool.
They just say to the cars, now there is a ranking and you can go up, but you have to try.
So yeah, this mech form fucking slaps. It's awesome.
It is pretty cool.
It's very powerful.
You liked how they set up the heads like during the morph.
Yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, so then like he summons mooks and they're fighting giant mooks on the moon. It's pretty cool. Like
they're
fighting on the moon. It's awesome.
We're Nedgies on the moon.
So
we have our screws and tools.
So he uses Packard 02 to like as guns. He like spins around and fires them. That was my favorite part. That was really cool.
Yeah. And then he does his Hisatsu Champion Road, or in our lore, fire the boom cars!
Fire the boom cars! Fire the boom booms!
Can't get away from it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Fire the boom
Fire the boom booms.
I made a boom boom.
Baby made a boom boom.
Meanwhile, Rita and Zed are just watching this, be like,
Go Boongers! Go Boongers! Go Boongers!
"Yes, go Boongers."
Oh yeah, when Robo Champion was forming, the funniest part of it is how like Bundorio's fucking legs open up so that the champion carrier part actually just like chucks up in his crotch.
Truck crotch.
Truck crotch.
Here, into my crotch.
I've been reading Dandadan, so I'm just like, Dandadan reference?
Actually, it's a Steven Universe reference.
Yeah, so then they killed this race.
Yeah,
Hooray!
this race is now dead.
So
They're going through these generals like candy.
yeah, no, but so like we'll obviously have a tier list. So obviously Mad Rex is top tier.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Dis Race, and then at the very low F tier is Cannonborg because
Yeah.
fuck Cannonborg.
It's not even like a 1 or 2. Like, it's like 4 drops.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like first place, second place,
dead last.
204th
It's like one of those
place.
tier maker lists, but there's just a huge gap between B and F.
No,
It's
no.
literally the definition of 1, 2, skip a few, 99
Yeah.
cannon.
And then up with Mad Rex in the S tier are the 3-seaters.
No, just S tier Mad Rex, A tier 3-seaters. This race beside them, Cannonborg. It cuts to that filthy Frank video. It's just frozen in trash. Learn your fucking place.
Trash.
Like, the way I'm picturing it's like, you know that meme of the guy like winning something and like super like celebrating with the champagne.
Yeah,
It turns out he's in third place.
Yep.
That's Cannonborg.
Fuck Cannonborg.
So yeah, because it's become a meme, we're now all paying way more attention to the actual traffic safety lessons they're doing at the end of the Boonboomger endings now. And it was so funny that this week's one was, when it's dark out, it's time to go home, which is a great fucking lesson to have Halloween week.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, they don't do the traditional like Halloween trick or treating there in Japan. It's more of like a
So what the fuck was Shoma doing?
Well, wasn't it during the day?
yeah,
Remember that?
they do it during the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's more of like a little festival thing during the day.
Also, this show airs in the morning. That's right.
Yeah, where
Sure.
when it gets dark out, go the fuck home. It's like, that's not really a traffic safety lesson. Gavv, what about you? Shows Honto grabbing the kid. Hey, wait for the light to change. It's like, wow, Gavv had the traffic safety lesson of the week.
Yeah. Always look both ways before crossing the street.
You see any cars?
See any boom boom cars?
You don't know what a car is. Just keep walking.
Oh, I just thought of another one, Lane. You're gonna love this. Like, cuts to it, and it's in Home Alone when they're about to. Hey, watch out! Ah!
That would be so good.
Now I'm thinking of it now. Did the Digimon movie one. Whoa, did you see that? No, I was sleeping. But you're driving!
No, I want the one where it's like in Speed Racer movie where he flips over the car, Racer X flips over the Viking car, just punches him in the fucking head.
That'd be good.
Good.
There's so many.
My favorite Home Alone bit that I like to see in the Boom meme is just, that was the sound of a tool shed falling down the stairs.
So next week, apparently Flint's actor shows up and she becomes Boon Pink for some fucking reason.
But too much pink energy is dangerous.
Also, Mira's working at Toys R Us.
Literally.
I mean, you gotta sell those toys somehow.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were hoping for. I hope this is just a thing now where every year we get a Jeffrey.
I was about to say, wait a minute, Jeffrey the Giraffe already showed up in King Oger. Anything's on the table.
So where's our Toys R Us promotional Boom Boom car?
That's too busy with Gavv.
That's Safari.
Gav's got
That's
Safari.
Say,
yeah, that's Safari.
Jeffrey just like
you know what? You go to a
arms.
Toys R Us, you buy the Safari Boom Boom car at Toys R Us. There you go.
Okay, so here's the question: our second Boon Pink, one-off replacement? Question mark?
No. You cannot. Mira is irreplaceable.
Oh shit! I just realized that's a Turbo Ranger reference.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
In Turbo Ranger, there was an episode where they had two.
You mean Car Ranger?
No, Turbo Ranger.
The first vehicle one.
The first vehicle
The one that came out the year was
one that was not Power Rangers
Full
Turbo.
Sentai Turbo Ranger. There was an episode where one of their fellow high school students changes into Blue Turbo. So there were two Blue Rangers in the team.
Oh,
cool.
Okay.
And in Zenkaiser, they actually referenced that when all six of them were together, they did the Turbo Rangers, and Zox got the second Blue Turbo suit.
Oh.
Okay.
$35-year-old callback. Very nice. Okay. Well, anyways, I know I sound like I'm angry about this. Like a little bit. I'm just more. I'm like.
You're more confused.
I'm like, why is this happening?
Yeah, I'm more on the why, and also where is this going to be ongoing, or is this just a one-off?
I feel like it'll be
It's probably just a one-off. You know, it's the filler episode before we kick in the final arc.
The final lap.
No, you know this will
Slight detour.
you know what this will be? This will be the boyfriend who went to America. This is his sister who's like, no, you need to go marry him. I'll be Pink.
I'll take over for you. You're busy working.
So what happened in this week's episode? Oh, Mira's coworker who works at Toys R Us became a Pink Ranger? I don't know.
Maybe it's her dream to be a Pink Ranger.
It's the Miranda to her Shauna.
Oh, yeah. Legend of Dragoon reference.
She just bought a Boom Boom changer there and just expected it to be the toy. It's the actual one.
I don't think they both transformed at the same time.
What if it's literally cosplay?
There's only one.
No, Shauna already got kidnapped, and Miranda they just gave it to her.
Yeah.
Anyways, I can't wait to see why this is a thing.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting.
I mean,
it's gonna be a Pink.
Can't wait to talk about it in 2 weeks.
I mean, clearly Bundario just has a spare morpher, but A, why, and B, how does she get it?
Oh, also in this episode, Mira hold the weapon backwards again.
Oh yeah.
Yes, this episode was great.
Yeah. So, remember a few episodes ago, there was a Hashilian Boom Boom changer?
Oh yeah, it's called the Boom Boom Danger.
It just summons the Robo.
Right, sure. Was that destroyed?
I don't know.
It's
really hard to tell with the sequence.
I mean, with those
Killer Robo was destroyed, right?
With those secret guys building more of them.
Also, yeah, those are getting mass produced. We haven't addressed that yet.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be more.
Are we gonna have Dark Boonboomgers?
That would be awesome.
Oh my god!
Just like the regular ones, but all the white suits are black.
Evil Rangers in so long.
That'd be great because I liked.
And the three-seaters need to be part of them
because I liked the design of that, and I was like, please tell me that wasn't just a one-off thing because you gave it a Zord.
Well, they did show up several times, so it wasn't a one-off.
Fine, but I don't want that to just be like a little thing they do.
They blew it up and now it's gone forever.
Please make it plot relevant.
Yeah,
I'd love to see that.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that it's called the Boom Boom Danger just reminds me of that one song from Par Par Paradise, Boom Boom Fire.
No, Danger's my middle name.
Boom Boom Money Funny Ranger.
That's Boom Boom Dollar. But yes, also that.
I remember.
The one I was referencing was Boom Boom Fire, Boom Boom Fire.
I didn't play Power Paradise.
I miss Power Fire.
Power, power, boom, power, power, boom, power, power.
Boom,
I
power, power.
hate you.
I will now accept the
And
sweet
don't
embrace of
forget
death.
to smile.
This is why we are usually not in the room together.
Let's talk about giant nuclear dinosaurs.
Yay!
Yeah!
Yay!
Sounds good to me.
So yeah, I surprised, even though I don't usually watch Godzilla flicks, I had previously seen this before we started talking about it for this week, and I did enjoy it.
I haven't done this in a while. It is the year 2022. It was
COVID was rampant.
it
was almost on the tail end.
Yeah, it was Godzilla's 68th anniversary, and on that day, Toho announced that there was going to be a new Godzilla movie.
By the way, relevant to the fact that it's Godzilla's anniversary, I would like to point everyone to look at our wallpaper for the topic.
Happy birthday, Godzilla!
I did a little birthday hat.
Happy birthday to you.
But he's got a new hat.
Blow out your cake.
No, don't do that!
Again!
Especially not this Godzilla's breath. Fucking hell.
He just blows up Cake King Gavv.
Continue with what you were saying.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, Toho announced that there was going to be a new live-action Godzilla movie to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the franchise, with it being helmed by Takashi Yamazaki, who also did the 2021 Godzilla the Ride Giant Monsters Ultimate Battle. But what blew everyone's mind was that it was coming out exactly 1 year to that day.
Cool.
So it wasn't coming out on the 70th anniversary. It was coming out on the 69th.
It was
on the
There's a reason for that.
Apparently it was originally called G.
Maybe that's why it's Godzilla Minus One.
Cut to June of 2023, the official Godzilla Twitter page started doing a countdown for the newest movie, going through all the live action posters, starting at Shin Godzilla all the way to the very first. So, cut to July 11th, 2023, only for the announcement to come at 4 a.m. the next day, which would be 3 p.m. over here, that's where more news websites are going to pick up on it.
Yeah.
And, the countdown's going down. It hits 0, -1, -2, -3, negative error. What happened? That's when we got the title Godzilla Minus One.
Cool.
Then on November 3rd of 2023, Toho announced that the movie would be getting a Western release a month afterwards.
Do you think we'll ever get Godzilla negative error?
We have that. It's called Man in Suit.
So,
I thought you were going to say, will we ever get Godzilla 1?
So what's really cool was apparently the movie was only supposed to show in Western theaters for a week and ended up staying in theaters for like 2 months.
Yeah, no, it was a big hit in the West.
Yeah.
Much more than they were expecting, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of all the anti-Japanese government messages.
Possibly that.
It's that, and also take a look at all the movies that came out in 2023. And a lot of people being disappointed in them, especially Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
I thought it was fine.
But general public was like, all these movies fucking suck. Oh, what's this? A new Godzilla? Holy shit!
Yeah, no. So the hardcore Godzilla fans went to go see it opening weekend, and then us, and then we went to the other people. Go see this fucking movie, and then they went to go see it. They're like, holy shit!
And then they told 2 friends, and then they told 2 friends, and that's like 10 people.
Supposedly this movie was made, like, we don't know the actual total, but apparently this was made roughly on like a $10-15 million budget.
Yeah, I'm happy because I want to bring this up quickly.
Yep.
I am so sick and fucking tired of everyone questioning, everyone stating, "Oh, this movie was made for between 10 to $15 million."
Yeah.
No, the director has gun on hand. We are not announcing what the budget was because if we do, other studios are going to come to us with a smaller budget and be like, "Make it."
Yeah, that is how the industry works. It's like, oh, you did it for this much, now do it cheaper.
Yeah.
They don't give money.
I will say this. I am happy that they spent some of the budget on renting out a house for all the VFX artists and a full-time chef.
That's
wow.
Nice.
Just so that they could, and you know what, the CGI in this movie, fucking shows for it.
That's where 14 of the 15 million budget went.
G&G, and that's also, you know, how it won a fucking Oscar.
We'll get there.
Just for me to pipe
guys are
in
jumping ahead.
So
I
sorry.
just want to pipe in real quick about you guys were talking about like I went to see opening weekend because I'm a hardcore fan, and meanwhile me over here I waited till it was available to view digitally.
I remember that night.
Look at you.
I remember that night because Ichi and I went to Wendy's afterwards, and he was like, "Gar, don't make the fucking joke," and I was like, "I won't." Hi, welcome to Wendy's. How may I help you? Hi, can I get a Big Mac? Without me thinking about it, and I'm like, "What?" He's like, Ichi's like, "This is a Wendy's." So I'm like, "Oh, right, bacon."
Garth, this is a Wendy's.
Anyway, sorry, guys.
Anyways,
So you're gonna say -1 burger.
so anyways,
Yoink.
we didn't.
There, now you're -1 burger.
You owe me a burger.
So yeah, so it was only revealed that the movie takes place literally like before the first movie, taking place in the 1940s,
The tail end of World War II.
and we didn't really see any. We knew who the cast were, but we didn't really look into it because this was a movie where we were like, let's just go into it blind.
That's
Yeah. I remember like there were rumors going around that it would like take place like long time ago, like before like technology. Like that would have been an interesting one. But yeah, the fact that it's like right after World War II and over the span of a couple years even,
Yeah, like
right?
2 years.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
Oh, nothing can get worse. We're already at our lowest point. What do you mean there's a 50-meter tall giant radioactive lizard coming towards us?
Oh, that's what it means. For those of you that don't know, yeah, apparently that's the whole thing is like after the war, Japan was at 0. Then Godzilla showed up.
Yeah.
-1.
Yeah, there's that meaning.
That's actually what it
That's
is.
one of the meanings.
Yeah,
Wow.
The other meaning is...
Oh, so it's like .hack GU, where the GU stands for so much different shit.
And then the other meaning is that movie takes place before the very first movie. So
Mhm.
-1.
It's true. It's true.
I love when there's multiple meanings for something.
Yeah.
It's as if they actually thought it through.
So I'll say this because, okay, first of all, I find it very funny in one way that like if this had come out for the 70th year, this movie would not be out yet. We'd be talking about seeing it next month.
Yeah.
if it actually came out for the 70th birthday, like I assume it came out at the time it did because you know that's like award season, you know, and like
Came out for
they-
Sweeps Week.
Well, big reason is Godzilla Kong, the New Empire, was coming out the following year, and we can't. It is a law, or not a law.
they
but,
have an
like,
agreement.
They have an agreement. We're not going to like interrupt each other's movies.
It's
Yeah.
so funny that like I've seen that one too, and honestly, not even for a second, but for like just as a joke, I put into my own brain the thought of, oh right, this is not the one where King Kong gets the bumblebee fist.
A lot of people saw New Empire after seeing -1, being like, "Yeah, I'm a Godzilla fan." Yeah. Oh, that was crap.
New Empire was fun as shit.
New Empire was a Showa movie made with modern
That
technology.
is very true.
Yep.
It
Separate
can't be.
the boys from
It's-
the fans.
It knows what it was.
So to
Got
what
to
you were
kill Larry Kong.
to what you guys were saying though about like going into this blind, like that was the best way to do it. Like because like when I watched it for the first time in the theater with you guys, I'm like I really don't know where any of this is going. I wasn't expecting, let's get this out of the way, Godzillasaurus. Like,
Oh,
I thought this was a serious movie.
oh yeah, I was so excited for that until Bandai accidentally spoiled it like 2 weeks before the movie
Oh,
came
I didn't
out.
That's why you don't go on the internet.
I didn't know it was happening.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, Godzillasaurus!
I thought it was funny too because, like, we'll talk about this more later, but I love how the Godzillasaurus looks, big air quotes here, more real than like when he becomes the
He looks like Gorosaurus.
He looks like more animal-like. I wish they had gone the full Monty and made him look like a proper dinosaur. That would have been interesting. But like when he gets like morphed or whatever, then he looks like someone in a costume, which I thought was fun.
He had big legs.
You got them thick legs.
Big ass
Yeah, I was like, why? Oh, why is the G-Man thick?
He's always been thick. He's got to be bottom heavy so he doesn't fall
thick,
over.
though. Like,
You got to see him in the Heisei era, my boy.
Oh,
He got Mewtwo thighs.
Oh.
so yeah. So this movie, the movie is about a former kamikaze pilot. Yes, I did say that. Yes, a lot.
He's more of a failed kamikaze
Yeah.
pilot.
That's how I started talking about this movie to everyone. They're like, "Wait, that doesn't make sense." I'm like, "Exactly."
But yeah, our main character,
Koichi Shikishima.
who's very good in this movie. This actor.
Oh
Very,
man.
very good character for a Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
Like it starts off with him going to Odo Island.
Yeah.
We got references for days, people.
You'll have to explain it to someone like me who has not watched.
Odo Island is in the very first Godzilla movie where the initial incident happened. Like it's where like Godzilla appeared over the hills.
It's where the legend of Godzilla like starts.
Okay.
Yeah. So he goes to this island and he says, "Oh yeah, faulty shit with my plane." They're
My plane malfunctioned. It wouldn't have made a big enough explosion.
Couldn't make boom boom.
I would have died before we got there. We
So
don't
then,
want that.
like, yeah, they check the plane. They're like, everything's checks out, and then they're like, so like, I like that.
You have brought dishonor.
No, just wow. So like, I like throughout the movie, like, they've like, especially his neighbors, like the hardest on him.
Mhm.
But like, everyone's like, wait, so what were you? Kamikaze pilot. What the fuck?
Are you alive?
You coward!
It's so funny that the one person who wanted to see him come back alive is his father, who is dead.
Yeah.
Can
That's a big thing.
Can I speak to that for a second?
Yep.
So the responses to his survival of all of the events of this movie, and let me just backtrack for a second. When he and everyone else first encounters Godzilla, a fucking dinosaur shows up.
Mm-hmm.
And it rips everything to shreds.
Yep.
And it's not addressed for quite a while. I'll get back, and I'll just put that there. I'll just plant that there. That's the thing that has always amused me with this movie. Getting to your thing about like their reactions to his survival and things like that. You're meant to see that, and it's meant to be a little. And I feel like you're meant to go like, well, no, that's not fair. But when you look at the actual Godzilla attack there, they always bring up this one thing where they say, if you'd gotten into that plane and actually did what you were supposed to do and shoot it, could you have killed it? They never answer that question.
And I like that ambiguity. Like,
Yes.
he might have been able to kill
I
it.
feel like that question gets indirectly answered later in the movie when they blow his fucking face open and
When
he
he's
regenerates.
He's irradiated.
That's post-mutation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's not a radioactive dinosaur.
So the question posited is, if you had shot him before he evolved into a nuclear
Exactly.
monstrosity,
Well, yeah,
could you have stopped
Well,
everything?
Yes. Yeah.
To be,
I feel like that's not expressed well enough.
To be fair,
I think it's expressed
No,
perfectly well.
it's expressed that he could have shot him and maybe killed him, but they don't do a good enough job explaining because this is pre-mutation.
No. They actually show that moment in the transitional stuff later on when they're going into the actual Godzilla attack. You actually see the Bikini Atoll nuke go off, and you actually see the Godzilla's face as the fallout hits it and burns it and changes it.
The movie.
You see that.
The movie's.
I must have just missed that scene.
The movie's biggest
very quick.
issue is the fact that there is just a Godzilla source,
Yeah.
apropos of nothing.
Well,
Yeah, like it's so funny that like the main character's whole deal, the whole movie is, I'm ashamed that I didn't commit kamikaze.
Well, that's-
Meanwhile, we got a fucking giant nuclear dinosaur wrecking the country.
But I mean, I was gonna say this earlier. So it turns out this movie's a little political. Like if you didn't
No.
But the point that I was trying to get is, in between this time, like there's a couple of surviving witnesses, right? And
Well, no, there's just him and
Touch
yeah,
Tachibana.
the one,
there's two.
the one guy.
There's two of them,
Yeah,
and there's also a giant fucking dinosaur that would have left giant, unmistakable footprints.
like I said,
That-
well, but this is the
Yeah, I
40s in the
gotta
middle of
speak.
nowhere. Is the thing.
But they still had to like bring him back to mainland Japan.
No, they didn't.
Like, how did he get back? How did he get back to?
Oh wait, Godzilla or?
No.
No, I mean,
That-
like,
Oh no, but they say that they put a gag order on him.
did they?
Yeah, like they mentioned, it's like
Yeah, they mentioned that like they don't want public chaos to break out about the announcement of Godzilla, so they
So Americans attacked them.
I just find it.
the public doesn't learn about Godzilla until you see him stomping through
I just
fucking
find it-
Ginza.
I just find it interesting that the Japanese government didn't go, holy shit, dinosaurs exist and they exist on Japanese property.
they might have had bigger issues at the time.
as for footprints, you see like Godzilla when he's pre-mutated.
Yep.
Is only 15 meters tall, and when he's walking around, he's not leaving any footprints. because he's light on his feet, which I feel like it's meant to be like a symbol, like a.
Which is interesting,
Like a
given he's
symbolism.
bigger and
I
heavier.
don't think that that's physiologically
He's
possible.
Godzilla isn't physiologically
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
He shows suffocated by his own weight alone.
Actually, they made a point of showing too. This is a much more aquatic one as well. So
In which the director acknowledged that the only reason, like, how is this still alive? His regenerative factor has kept him alive all
But if
these
it's
years.
but if it's aquatic and you assume that it came onto Oda Island or whatever,
Yeah.
and it came onto Oda Island from the shore,
yeah,
that's where the Earth is softest. So even if it doesn't leave footprints on hard stuff, it should leave
My biggest
noticeable
problem
footprints on the shore.
but again, this is an island in the middle of nowhere. Like no one cares.
My
So
biggest
sort of
problem
thing.
with this whole movie is that we never see Godzilla like surfacing and coming up onto land, or like going from land down into water.
Yeah, we never get that shot.
But it's what I
He's
was saying
only
before.
ever completely
They had to
submerged
bring
and on all
Shiki
fours
Shima
or
and
walking
that other
around.
guy
Yeah,
back
and
to
they
mainland
were put
Japan, deep
gag
into
order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they knew that there was a dinosaur.
Yes.
there.
Or maybe they just didn't believe them
Also,
either. Like
Ichi.
But my point is, how could they not with the footprints and the damage and shit?
because
like
it's
The
a
footprints
Godzilla
were
movie.
out.
It's a Godzilla
Yeah.
movie.
It was on Odo Island. It was like that can exist out there. We're focused on actual.
And this
threat.
is
Again, this
What I
is
was-
World War II.
And this is part of what I was saying. Everything that I'm bringing up here are like nitpicks and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it's not taking away from the quality of the movie. I'm just saying that like
the point of the movie is that like this isn't an anti-government movie. This is more of a the government needs to change movie. You know, like it's going to that whole idea of like, especially during World War II, just how cheaply Japanese life was valued.
it's counter
You know?
status quo.
Yeah, like the whole idea of like, okay, so like the director confirmed this too. This movie feels a lot like the another Godzilla movie, GMK, Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, All Out Monsters Attack. It's
Long title.
very long. Just call it GMK.
Okay.
The director confirmed that's his favorite Godzilla movie, by the way.
Yeah.
And they have similarities, these two, because whereas usually in Godzilla movies can come off as like nationalistic once in a while, you know.
Mhm.
These two
Yeah.
movies especially, and I would throw Shin in this as well, it's more like, guys, we got to stop smelling our own farts about this.
They're counter Gojira.
Yeah, like
Anti-nationalist.
like this movie is big on just how like life was not valued in Japan in World War II.
Yeah.
It was about maintaining that status quo, about maintaining that like that
Yeah,
illusion that we're in control.
Yeah, they mentioned like, oh, that we built light armored tanks and put ejector seats in the planes. Planes are shittily
The movie
made.
very much is about we should be fighting to preserve life
Our
instead
future.
of fighting by killing
fighting
life.
for our future, not.
And I was saying while we were watching it, like, if this was like more a more literal like interpretation of how this would go, anyone even remotely connected to the Japanese government would be like, "No, you should be proud to die for your fucking country."
which is what they were doing.
That
Go
was
do
kind
it
of a
twice.
thing early on
Exactly,
because
yeah.
of everyone reacting like, you didn't commit kamikaze?
Look,
Shame on you.
his neighbor needs someone to blame. Her family is dead.
Yeah.
Here's the one guy who like, well, maybe if you had killed yourself, it would have made a difference.
Exactly. Yeah.
My house is ruined because you didn't kill yourself!
Yeah.
I like to.
But she doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
No,
For
I,
all
li-
she knows,
I like to.
could've been.
No, it's
he
just
asks her, it's like, oh, my parents are alive? And she's like, well, my 3 children are dead. Yeah, fuck your parents. I'm like, fuck.
Like it again.
Die over there.
It's something that actual soldiers had to face like back in the day too, and still today.
This movie's heavy on fucking trauma and PTSD.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Take a wild guess on what the Japanese audience really thought of this movie. Guess what? They didn't really like it.
It's
that
better than the
much.
South Korean reaction, apparently.
Oh.
Funny thing, this movie did great in the States, didn't do well in basically anywhere else in Asia.
It was literally, it came out, it happened, silence.
Yeah. Like, I mean, because, like, it's like, the movie has a, like, we the people, we were the victims of this sort of thing, and then, like, you got, like, people in China, Korea, the Philippines going, no, I'm pretty sure we were the victims.
Also, to answer your question quickly about why didn't we see him rise up and leave, we get that a lot in Godzilla movies, so Yamazaki was probably just pulling a Spider-Man. It's like, you've seen it so many times.
Could be.
Alright.
I just want to do my own thing, guys.
But it's awesome.
It
I
is
want to
awesome.
see it.
Oh,
Wait.
it wasn't in the budget.
Godzilla looks great in this movie overall.
Does,
Like, again, we talked
absolutely.
about the
All
VFX.
10 minutes of them.
Yeah.
I think my favorite scenes of Godzilla were all specifically just the shots from Odo Island at the start, where 3 separate times there's just some rando guy running for his life, Godzilla leans down, chomps exactly half of his body, and then yeets the fucker into the sky.
Talk about this guy?
Yeah. So there are three rules that Toho has with Godzilla movies. So we're going to talk about rule number 1. Godzilla cannot eat people.
That's apparently a rule.
Fuck you, vor fetishist.
I mean,
No,
it's a bit
only yeet.
like the fact like he does it to 4 separate people.
Yeah.
Like you see that 4 different times. Him grab someone with a nose, throw. They make a good point of showing him throwing him away.
Yeah.
A lot
He
of
did not
tail,
eat anyone.
tail action too.
A lot of tail
I like
action.
when Godzilla uses his tail.
And again, I like in the movie like how he moves pre-mutation versus how he moves
He's
post.
very dinosaur-like.
Yeah, I just also like the way his weight shifted. It looked
Yeah.
interesting.
Mhm.
Like the way his spines don't look entirely fused to his body. Again, it looks like a costume.
The pre-mutation Godzilla is very like creaturey, where he's like moving around
Yeah.
and angular a lot, whereas after the mutation, it's very like this is a monolith of a creature.
His reveal is great too because it's so sudden. Again, like we didn't like it's just what's that?
Right,
He's
just
there.
fucking there.
It was like a Jurassic Park jump scare.
Yeah.
Like
It scared the shit out of me when we saw it.
I remember in the theater a lot of people jumped.
Yeah.
All right, wait, I guess we can talk about this
well,
now.
Gar was talking about the 3
Oh,
rules.
sorry. Yes. Or do you want to as we get to them?
We're going to get to them as
Okay.
we get to
Yeah,
them.
so that's the first one. Godzilla can't eat people. He can kill the fuck out of people. In fact, this one shows him going out of his way to target people
I don't
versus
like doing
building.
it. It's not a pretty picture.
What are you doing on my island?
And yeah, so the massacre happens. He goes home. His family's dead, and he meets a lovable street rat. Because
with a baby.
I was not expecting this twist either.
I loved
And the baby's not even hers.
yeah, like she hands him the baby, and then like he's like holding the baby. He's like you see like he has the baby, and he's like, fuck, and he just cuts to him sitting with the baby like,
Fuck
no,
this baby.
no.
That's actually another thing they didn't really address is why she was running.
It looks like she's
Probably stealing food for the baby.
Yeah, like I can.
Steal food.
Yeah.
So, but I love it.
Why did she have to give him the baby temporarily?
But I love it. He
Here's
walks.
an
He puts
infant.
the baby down, walks away, turns over, just sees the baby. He's like,
And that was the moment that we knew that there was something redeemable in this.
if
game.
you leave a baby like that alone, you're gonna feel like a piece of shit.
It's war times, man.
Yeah.
Post-war, I should say.
Yeah.
I mean, but no, he sticks around, and there is levity in this movie once in a while. It's a very serious, dark movie, but I do love. So, what took you so long? You were out there in the middle of the open. I couldn't walk up to you.
Why you were gonna like? I'm surprised you weren't gonna leave it. Remember, it's a baby.
Why are you following me?
So yes, the woman is Noriko and the baby is Akiko. It's so funny that they have very similar names considering they're not related.
Akiko, that's another reference.
Also, Noriko's
To
actor.
the woman from Kamen Rider Double?
Actually, no, Akiko is the main female lead from the original Godzilla movie.
And Noriko's actor. She was the female
Oh.
lead in Shin Kamen Rider.
Oh.
Yeah. That's cool.
So
wild.
So we have some found family shenanigans happening here.
beautiful.
Become
adorable.
a couple, not really. They're just kind of roomies taking care of a baby.
They're supporting each other.
Yeah.
Two
like-
strangers and a baby.
And they clearly fall in love with each other throughout the time.
Yeah.
Like, even though like he's not willing to talk about it because like my war's not over.
I love that.
Dinosaur.
I love that whole aspect of him.
I
Yeah.
started Dinosaur and a bunch of people died.
Why is he Harrison Ford?
No, yeah. So like
Harrison Ford for
Koichi's.
Shikishima.
So like Koichi's dealing with like his PTSD because he has like dreams and nightmares. He's like, oh, every night like the people I got killed on the island, they're haunting me, telling me, oh, why are you still alive? You're just cheating death and stuff.
A very
And, like,
powerful scene.
He's going through such hard PTSD. And then Godzilla adds even more PTSD to him. It's awful.
It's like,
But-
fuck your feelings.
Fucking terrible.
Like you,
My day was hard enough. Now I have to deal with a nuclear dinosaur.
It's like if Godzilla is supposed to symbolize like the war itself.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
The oncoming threat of nuclear annihilation.
It's just like
it's interesting. Sorry, go ahead.
The symbol of war and how like you can't really stop it.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
Well, like what's interesting too
inevitable.
is that he never saw action either. Like he never like got into an actual fight.
Yeah.
It's that like so Godzilla is his PTSD just
Godzilla
because
is his war.
like
And yet he was talented and paid attention.
he's talented. He just
He at least
didn't want to
was-
die.
Oh yeah, no. When I was watching the movie this morning, like I was paying attention that like whenever it was like about Godzilla, he was very like he knew exactly everything about it. He was like very like focused on Godzilla. Anything else, he's not fucking there.
Yeah.
He's just a wreck.
Which I think it was you that said it or Cell that said this guy has never seen a Godzilla movie before.
The actor playing apparently hasn't watched
And you
watched
know,
a Godzilla movie.
And you know what? I think that helps.
Yeah. Well, because here's the thing. Godzilla is the spectacle of your Godzilla movie, but he's not in it a whole lot.
Yeah.
He's like your Hannibal Lecter. You have to; those scenes got to be great, but you need everything else to be just as good.
Yeah, because it's how everyone complains. It's like I just want a Godzilla movie where there is fighting. You know how boring that would be.
That would be annoying.
You know what? Actually, but here's the thing: we're at the point now where we can have both, and they kind of like because again, New Empire, it's schlock, but it knows it.
Yeah.
Godzilla is blatantly not as interesting without the human drama. It's about the balance of
And
human
that's what
drama.
makes this movie good, is the human drama.
Oh, the characters in this are the best. Like, go ahead.
Oh, I was supposed to be like, why don't we just talk about his
crew?
Wonderful
his
fucking
crew.
crew.
So he gets a government
Wonderful side
job
characters.
disposing of unused mines in the ocean, and that's what we get introduced to what I like to refer to as the Minesweeper Sentai.
Minesweeper Sentai Jaws
on a wooden boat, which was really clever.
Yeah, no, well, I like that. Again, there is humor in this, where he's like, well, the job is dangerous, but I'm going to be on a specially made boat. This is specially made?
It's fucking wood.
Yeah, I mean, like,
And then they
mines.
explain
Yeah.
why it's exactly why it should be. He's like, ow!
Yeah, some of the mines are magnetic.
also, I just love that scene, like, because like I like a meticulous nature of that, like, how they're, like, dragging between two boats a line, they bring it up, they snip it, and then they just, like, fire the
Blast
gun.
it.
Yeah, which, I'll do that.
Yeah,
say
well, that's
that-
why they hired him. He's a sharpshooter, because he was a fighter
I'll say
pilot.
this. An ongoing theme in this that contributes to Shikishima's character development is the fact that at the very beginning he's very alone. He is literally isolated up in the sky in a plane, landing down on a community of people that has only one person that he knows that he can that he thinks that he can trust. The bigger his community gets, the more he opens up to the audience.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
then Godzilla ruins it again.
And, of course.
Yeah.
And then
The more
Godzilla
he
comes to blast it
But
all
the more
away.
he gets to grow,
Yeah.
the more his world grows beyond just his narrow-minded, role in the military.
Yeah, it's a very good character piece, this movie.
I like the captain of the ship. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, are you the new guy? Yeah. What were you in the war? I was a pilot. What? He's useless.
Fucking useless!
He's useless.
Completely
So
useless.
yeah, the members of this crew we get introduced to are Noda, who they refer to as the professor,
He's my favorite.
Oh, Doc.
Captain Akitsu, and Mizushima, who they just refer to as Kozo, which means brat.
And who's he played by, guys?
Fucking Gokai Blue.
Okay, Blue Joe.
But you know
If
what?
I hadn't known that going into the movie, I never would have picked him out. It's been long enough that I barely recognized his face.
He's covered up a lot in the movie, too.
that
Like,
too.
You know what I like about these characters? I can actually remember them after the Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
That's something that I can't really say a whole lot about with other Godzilla movies. I remember the characters in this movie.
That's really the mark of achievement.
And it's funny, too, because, like, we just set up that, this is a very dangerous job. Then we get, like, a happy montage of him, like, at work,
Yes,
at
the
home.
blowing up mines
Yeah.
montage.
And literally,
about the land.
No, and then he invites them over for dinner, and they're like, "Oh, Noriko, you're so cute. Let me take your picture. Oh, you're such a great wife. I'm not a wife. Wait, you guys aren't married? No,
They
it's
all get
complicated."
pissed that he hasn't put a ring on her.
and, like, I love it, too. It's like, well, what about your daughter? This isn't our kid. Like,
Yeah, we just. she was
That's not my
orphaned.
wife, and that's neither of our child.
Yeah.
And I love
What?
I love the fact that
What's going on?
they give him the props. He explains the situation. And he goes, "That's wonderful."
That's
Yeah.
so hard.
But then they give him shit for, like,
Put
why
a
have-
ring on
Yeah.
it though.
I love the best thing in the entire movie, and by that I mean the worst, is like the little girl Akiko. She says "Daddy," and just the framing and the timing of this was immaculate. Where he just leans over, "I'm not your dad."
And she's like,
Starts crying.
And everyone else is like,
No.
One of them literally says, "That's harmful."
And that's the thing. She
That kid's
doesn't.
gonna have trauma, and we don't have therapy yet.
No, that's the thing though. She doesn't cry. It's just sort of, I'm not your dad. And they're like, dude.
Honestly, every time Akiko is on screen reacting or emoting or doing anything, I start questioning, Is this child aware that she's in a movie?
Well, she's looking at the camera a lot, so she knows something's going on.
Or did they just like prompt these responses from her and let the camera roll?
Considering how cold and efficient Japanese families can be, this kid knew what she was going to be doing from day one. They trained her to cry on command from like 3 weeks old.
No, they just waved a Godzilla doll in front of her. Oh, Godzilla!
I like that the neighbor comes around though when
Sumiko,
Sumiko, when she finds out that there is a baby. And it's like, well, I had 3 kids.
I know how to do this.
I know how to raise
She
a kid.
becomes the surrogate babysitter.
Yeah.
Oh, do you mean emotional support Cinderella?
So Noriko has the fucking audacity to get a job.
Okay.
How dare you?
Okay, there's a very uncharitable read of this movie somewhere out there where it's like you could say, well, see, if you hadn't made your girlfriend get a job, she'd still be alive.
She wouldn't have been murdered by Godzilla.
Ginza?
She wasn't, but alright.
Well, I mean, until that gets revealed, that's the state of the movie.
Yeah.
Horribly made.
She's pretty, but
We'll
he's pretty
there.
accepting of it though, which is nice.
Yeah, like she says, it's like, okay, like...
Oh,
I'm-
she'll take care of the baby.
Just side note, her and her office lady uniform, smoking hot.
Very cute.
See, when you said she's pretty accepting of it, I thought it was actually his, like Noriko getting named. It's like, she was a good sport.
Noriko
She was
also,
a trooper.
like, Noriko also mentions, it's like, well, you're never going to find a wife with me being around. And it's like, oh. So let's talk about Jaws.
I was about to say, we have to talk about the best scene in the movie. This scene, it became a meme in a very funny way. Like, everyone's seen that image of, like, Godzilla chasing the boat, like, swimming after the boat, and it's beautiful, this scene.
So you guys say Jaws, my mind goes to Sin! Sin! From Final Fantasy X.
Not
Yeah.
Jaws.
No, it's Resident Evil 4,
Apparently
actually.
the head was practical at some
Yeah,
point.
no, in some shots you can see it, too. I think it's when the mind goes into the mouth.
Yeah.
Like, I love, like, again, it's very scary. I also gotta say, my favorite thing about this movie might actually be the music. It's so subdued. It's just in the background. It's just like sort of creeping on you until it's time for the fucking bells to ring.
Like, I love that during the first chase, they don't do like the dramatic Godzilla music. It's like
the music's like
oh shit, he's there.
Also,
Fucking
this scene
go.
was mean to death.
Yeah, I was saying, yeah.
Yeah, he's the one with Emmy.
Underwater.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, I like how it's shot. I like I love how, like, at first they know something's coming, which this was kind of a little weird in a way. How they're like, how did they discover that it was happening?
So
Because of all the dead fish.
Yeah, so when Godzilla rises from deep underwater,
Yeah,
Sea fish.
the force of him coming up brings up underwater creatures,
which is
from
good
deep
foreshadowing for later. All the decompression.
AKA Sin Spawn.
Ichi, I think you need to let it go.
So
Never.
No, I mean, because weren't they sent there?
yeah, they were sent there because so America finds out about Godzilla first.
Yeah, we get this whole montage of them like with
But
radio
MacArthur's
contacts.
like, no.
I thought it was weird that like they show blueprints and like pictures of like the ships and stuff, but it has like the damage on it in the blueprints. So I was like, what?
Well,
So that was them
showcase.
assessing the damage from Godzilla destroying their ships.
I guess so.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so
Well, like they make a point of that, like though, like they're saying like the Americans can't get involved because the Soviets will see that as an aggressive movement. This was like right before the whole Cold War thing. Like that's something that's got to be said about this movie too. There is a very shocking small American presence, considering this is right after World War II Japan, when there were GI stationed there all the time.
Oh yeah.
Like that felt like an intentional choice by the director. So like, let's not put
like, I feel like this movie takes liberties with its historical accuracy.
Yeah, but like also like this is not a let's blame America for it movie like, at all. Like
No.
like it brings up it's like it was American testing that caused the problem, but
Well, to be fair, Godzilla was around.
And then
America
became
just
nuclear.
accidentally made it worse.
thanks Operation
He's
Crossroads.
just chilling and he's like, what the fuck?
You became a Sarah Connor.
There were no bikinis at all.
No, you.
So eventually like this bigger boat shows up to like try to like get Godzilla, and Godzilla like
That's
goes
a
in the ground.
cow.
And we get introduced to one of the two things that I love most about this Godzilla. So like the first one is his roar. His roar is fucking terrifying.
Do you want to tell the people how they did that?
Cigar was telling me apparently they took the 1954 Godzilla roar and just played it really loudly over its speakers.
In a stadium.
Like in a stadium.
Nice.
And that's why it sounds like it's like peaking like a microphone or something
That's
like
It's so
that.
funny that
Awesome.
the first time it tries to roar, it gets cut off.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's so good.
And then we get introduced to the second favorite thing that I love, his atomic breath. So he does it from underwater, so we just see the ocean glowing very, very bright blue, and then the ship just gets fucking annihilated instantly. I can't tell you how in the theater I had to use every ounce of my willpower to hold back losing my fucking shit, because it was so fucking cool.
Its nuclear blast breath attack in this movie is devastating.
I have a
It's
theory.
amazing, and watching his scales like charge up as he's charging it up, that it's like
I'll tell you what that was representative of later, but
I have
like
a
it's the
theory.
most enthralling thing in the whole movie is to just watch him charge that beam up.
I have a theory that the first time he uses it, like not
was accidental?
like outside of the water when he's like it was. I think it's a belch, because I think that he's constantly like he's young. He's a young Godzilla, right? We see the fact that the first time that he does his nuclear breath outside, it damages like his face and a bunch of his body and stuff. There's a lot of built up heat inside of his body. I think that his nuclear breath is a belch that he's learning to control.
well, he does inhale though.
Yeah, because when he
Yeah.
was underwater and when he
The
surfaced.
next couple times, but the first time that we see it,
I inhale when I belch.
yeah, he's trying to relieve, like he's venting the heat inside of his body. Like,
Yeah.
One
After,
could
over the
call it
course
a
of the
final vent.
over the course of the movie, he interprets it as a weapon because he's learning and he's
Like,
an
I can do
intelligent
this.
animal. But like the first couple of times,
Sorry, are you saying it was accidental the first couple times?
Yeah, I think he was venting stuff out of
He
his
accidentally sneezed and nukes came out.
I
and
mean,
then
he
he's like,
ate-
"Oh, I can do this."
I mean, he aimed at the boat pretty well.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not
Nailed the
That's
boat.
why I don't fully agree with the theory. I'm not putting it off the table entirely.
I
but
Like, it could be a belch, yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think it was accidental. Is the
Sure.
point.
I think the point that I'm trying to make is I think it's a vent for his internal, like, nuclear energy that's inside of him. And the first couple, like,
It hurts him, yeah.
yeah, it
Because
does.
it's nuclear.
Yeah.
it's pronounced nuke theater.
Which, like, when he
Nuclear.
comes up from the water, you see his entire body, like his upper body's like scarred.
Oh
from
yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well,
Just
like-
every time he uses it, he's just
We didn't like they established in the movie because when they use the nuke, not the nuke, sorry, the mine, it goes off in his mouth. We see
Watching his fucking face get blown
he
open
literally
was
gets blown
crazy.
apart and then just Wolverine healing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which like usually Godzilla does that, but not like that.
Rapidly.
Yeah, not like that, like before our eyes sort of
Yeah,
thing.
We see Godzilla having a healing factor. Do we think it's adaptive, where it gets harder to damage him that way, like as he uses it? Because
I don't know actually.
As he's using his breath weapon, we see the damage to like his muzzle.
I
and
mean,
the
the
rest
later
of his body
attempt to
lessen.
blow it up from the inside of the mouth is pretty successful.
Yeah,
so
well,
yeah.
it's hard to say if he's stronger after that first read.
Like, the whole thing with this and I believe in the movie it's called the heat ray. Like
Mhm.
that's what the name of the attack
Sure.
okay.
is. Like it damages him immensely, but it also has tremendous damage output
Of
because
course.
whenever it hits something, it explodes
Yeah.
like on contact.
yeah. Like I like
It doesn't
that,
just hit it.
I like that this is
Nova
kind of
Blast.
I like that this is kind of the first time that like at least that I've seen that Godzilla has like an atomic breath that basically simulates a nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
It's fucking
You
awesome.
get a mushroom cloud and everything.
Yeah.
Well, GMK did that.
There
Oh,
are
Oh yeah.
there are those who believe that
Again.
Godzilla's breath weapon can match up with a full power Kamehameha from Goku. So,
Let's not get into death
Yeah.
battle territory. please.
So,
hey man, belt mechanics, beam mechanics.
So they're still trying to keep Godzilla fucking like
hush.
hush until it ends up at Ginza. And
Yeah, then it's
I,
like
I like that they do callbacks to other Godzilla movies where it's like, we can't have it get to Tokyo, you guys. That's gonna be bad if it
Well,
gets to Tokyo.
Tokyo's already in shambles from the fucking air raids.
that's something I actually want to point out too. This movie is shockingly light on like any Hiroshima, Nagasaki talking.
Yeah.
Like it's very Tokyo, the fire bombings, you know?
Understandable. That
Like, it's
might
interesting.
still be touchy for some people.
It's no, not even. I think that was
It's
again
already
a
touchy
choice. You know, like we're gonna focus on Tokyo didn't
Yeah.
get hit by nukes, but it got pretty decimated.
It's
During
also
the war.
funny that like these two things have no relevance to each other, but like so Godzilla attacks Ginza. Meanwhile, in the Boonboomger ending, there's that one shot of Bundario who like is in what looks like a red light district, and from the signs it says like there's one sign that says Ginza Jewelry, and I'm like, Bundorio was there.
He could have stopped this.
But yeah,
Boonboomger Robo versus
do this image with Bundaria. That became a meme too. This image.
yeah. Derps.
Oniko?
Ginza.
Koichi?
No, main character.
Koichi.
Yeah, Koichi. He's like, he has a talk with Noriko about it after having PTSD again, and which she tells him it's like, you're not dead. Stop thinking you're dead. You didn't cheat death. You're here for a purpose. So he wakes up thinking, you know what? It's a new day. I'm gonna finally be happy.
Just walks down the street, steal that sunshine.
Doesn't Godzilla show up in Ginza
I also
and nuke everything?
I also just that scene where Noriko's like, you've clearly been having some sort of PTSD. Share with me your burdens. Tell me what's bothering you. I was a failed kamikaze pilot. I should have died for my country. Also, there's a giant fucking nuclear dinosaur!
Okay.
Again, the juxtaposition of his character arc is the funniest fucking thing looked from the outside.
It is one of the problems of using a giant dinosaur as your symbol.
So I'm a kamikaze pilot, but Godzilla over there!
Everything he says up until the nuclear dinosaur could be shown in like a fun character piece or an art film or something like that. It would all be very straightforward. And then
and then suddenly Godzilla!
So Godzilla shows up in Ginza and like people are fucking losing their goddamn minds. I love the one scene where like the train, and you just see like the operators, and you just see like the car coming, and it just lands perfectly on top of the tracks.
Like Godzilla was aiming like a javelin or something.
Godzilla ripped off Tokyo's dick and threw it like a javelin.
Noriko, I gotta say, has very
very
strong upper arm strength.
She's out there playing fucking Uncharted 3.
You see all the people like tumble to the fucking bottom. That bottom car is fucking gone.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Which also, this was another reference to the original movie with Godzilla with the train.
Yep.
Yeah, and I loved it too. Like just like over the water, like she's just like looks so scared. Like everyone's acting wonderfully in this
throughout
movie.
the entirety of that scene, I was like, with a purposeful grimace and a terrible sound, you spitting high tension wire.
And there's some newscasters like talking about Godzilla
who are shockingly close to it.
Yeah. You know what? I will say this: the dub did it better.
Yeah.
Oh?
The description that the dub actor is giving sounds more like realistic in a sense. It's like, the place that 1,000 people, that 100 people smiled upon is being crushed as if it is nothing. It's like
he's going a more Steve Martin from the original movie.
Yeah. Which, you know what? I watched the dub this week.
Yep.
What's the right word for it?
Serviceable.
It's serviceable.
Tolerable.
That's all we can really hope for.
It's fine.
It's fine. The neighbor, I feel like, could have been a bit older until I realized, oh, she's only like a few years older than me.
Yeah, war changes you, man.
I could follow the movie.
I understand. But this scene is one of my favorite destruction scenes in any movie, honestly. It feels so visceral and real. I love when Godzilla like steps on the ground. You can see it like raise up as he like.
I love
he just turns and his tail goes through the entire building.
My favorite though is a lot of times where you just see like the people just like stand there watching because they're just in such shock.
You
like,
fools.
what the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah.
But and then they just remember, oh fuck, I should be running.
Dinosaurs.
Shit.
There's an interesting.
This is Japan. You should be used to kaiju attacks.
It only looks like
40s.
Godzilla.
It's the 40s. It's before they'd be used to that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Actually,
That's true.
This is the first
This
time.
is before Sentai.
This is the first time.
Or toku.
Actually, there's an interesting fact about Godzilla. Around his like ankles, those are sores.
Yeah.
He is literally hurting himself walking.
Mood.
Because he's such,
This guy's a thick boy.
He's such a heavy
good.
creature. He's only been in the water.
Yeah.
He's never been outside the water in his new form. He is literally hurting himself walking.
Damn.
It also, like, again, if you look, versus pre-mutation, when he's moving more fluidly, like, he's walking like, you can't see me, but he's walking like this. Like, ow!
Yeah.
You know, his hands out.
That's what I was talking about earlier. When like the pre-mutation, he's like darting around like an animal.
He's
and
suffering.
then after the mutation, he's like a monolith.
Yeah. So Noriko and Buddy get like reunited in the chaos. It's fine.
It doesn't matter.
They run for a bit.
How'd you get to Ginza so fast?
And then this was the money shot of money shots for a Godzilla movie. One, I think it's interesting that they're doing the American Godzilla thing where we start at the tail, the charge, but it's what they do with the dorsal fins that's they are fucking pistoning into them like how a nuclear bomb, how the hammers actually go into the device.
Yeah.
Like this looks like a real nuclear device. Apparently, that's what he was trying to do.
I will say this.
Sorry, quickly.
Yeah.
Think about what's actually happening there. His spines are going into his spine.
This Godzilla's suffering so hard.
Yeah.
No wonder he's destroying everything.
It's sort of like crazy to think like his dorsal plates start charging up, and everyone's just standing there, and I'm just like. My brain goes to Homer. It's like, the little guy hasn't done anything yet. I'm waiting to see what happens. but it's like...
Looks away.
Yeah, like, that is so terrifying to look. Like, everyone's just... They don't know what this is. And it's like, what's
They
it
have
doing?
no idea what he's doing.
What is it doing?
There's also, like, I was reading more with the director. He talked about how, like you see this in a lot of Godzilla movies. Like, there's these things in Japan, like, different types of gods. There's evil gods in Japanese mythology, you know? And... It's still a god, though. You're still in awe of what you're seeing. Yeah. Like, you are nothing compared to this.
Like I said, every time he charged up his breath, just that scene of the plates moving as it goes up his tail.
It's beautiful.
The most enthralling shots in the whole film
it's
for me.
Almost it's almost on par for me, like almost beating like legendary Godzilla doing like the but like that shit just.
It's just like it's the regional variant of
that. Right? and then just those dorsal fins just clock back in and you just see him go boom!
So speaking of names, I might as well get this out of the way. So the Godzilla suits all have nicknames, like official nicknames, like between movies, right? Yeah. And you gotta look into some of these. And they released what the official nickname for this one was. Everyone went, because it's Nega Goji. And everyone in America went, we're going with minus Goji.
In which Ginza's destroyed, main character's alive, but Noriko, she
that shot where she pushes him into the alley and then gets swept up in the destruction.
The shockwave, yeah.
Heartbreaking.
We get one of my most probably favorite scenes where you just see Godzilla, he roars and stuff, and he's kind of like, I don't know what fucking happened, but okay. And then you just see Koichi just screaming, and I'm just sitting there like, this poor fucking guy.
He literally said last night, maybe life's worth living after all.
When I say this, I'm just gonna say this, and I've always thought this about the movie. And I mean, it almost upsets me that I think this because it's kind of mean. But I kind of feel like his story would have been better served if she actually was a victim of that and succumbed to that.
Yeah, there's a read of that's like
it removes a lot of tragedy from his thing, and it really does, like, when you think about his story and you actually do think into the idea that, like, could he have taken it out when it was a Godzillasaurus? Like, you know, is there a little bit of culpability in his character? I feel like losing Noriko would have been would have given that leverage a little bit, and I think it would have made his narrative
the payment for his choice.
A touch strong.
To be fair, he did think she died at that point.
Absolutely, and he did. And you know what?
He's ready to commit suicide at this point.
And you know what? Like, you know, we say that
like he was supposed to.
Yep.
Yeah, we say this movie takes a lot of inspiration from Jaws. I think there's a lot of Spielberg in this movie. What with the uplifting montages of a bunch of people working together for a common goal. Like, it's very when it's whimsical, it's very, very whimsical, and it takes that on.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not to its detriment. I just feel like if you're gonna have those scenes and stuff, I feel like you could have had one more good impact.
We need a bigger bomb.
Well, sorry, but that actually reminds me of like another great joke I had. Like, Paul, I agree with you. Like, I think this could have been served better if she had died. I don't hate that she did live. Though.
Yes, I'll say that. I don't. Because
it goes with the theme.
Yeah, it's a good strong. It is a strong ending still.
Yeah.
I think that there is an alternative strong ending to he had where she didn't make it and he is now responsible for Akiko, because I think that would have been a great final beat to that moment that you brought up where he goes, "I'm not your dad."
Well, I think it was just like this man went through so much. It's just like, you know what? Let's
He needs a win.
He needs a happy
You know
ending.
what? Funny enough, that's what the director said.
Yeah.
This guy needs a win. And you know what? I thought of it personally.
Is win is Akiko, in my opinion.
Getting, getting blasted with radiation, they're going to have a short
Yeah,
life.
like
She's gonna die soon anyway.
Like she's going to die, but you know what? She's here now. Live in the moment.
Exactly.
yeah,
all you
because
can
that's the point.
I don't
right?
hate the ending. I'm just saying that there is a strong
Weirdly
ending
relevant to
to be
the
found
end
in
of
the
Agatha
contrary.
all along.
Yeah,
There is a strong ending to be found in the contrary.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think. Yeah.
so then we get the scene where like Doc comes up with his plan.
Operation Watatsumi.
aka Operation Drown the Bitch.
I loved the line where he's just like, "We will defeat Godzilla with the power of the sea." And I was like, "Oh, you're so cool right now."
You know what? Since you brought it up, rule number 2 of Toho's: you cannot refer to Godzilla as a he or him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Godzilla is referred to as Godzilla in the third person.
Oh yeah, Godzilla.
They
Yeah.
them pronouns, everyone.
No, not even that.
Yeah.
Godzilla
It.
The
Godzilla.
pronouns are Kai and Jew.
They
His
and
pronouns are
they and them are pluralized though. I mean, like,
Well, they never refer to him as a they though.
sure, it's an it. Sure,
Yeah,
fine.
like it's not meant to be something that you relate to in that level. Like it's like dehumanized.
So-
just hard cut to Gonzo from Up into Space. I'm a whatever.
So what's interesting is that he's talking about this plan. Apparently, the Japanese government has no idea this is happening. So, like,
yeah,
he's
this is a
literally
fully rogue
he's
operation.
explaining this plan to basically like
Volunteers.
This is gonna sound harsh to say, like the way I'm saying it, but like, kind of he's recruiting. They recruit like the scraps and leftovers from the war,
Which is what they also did in Shin Godzilla. Like, they got the rejects, the outcasts, the lone
losers.
wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's explaining. He's like, "Okay, so we're gonna like strap some gas to
I love this.
gas to this motherfucker because he's buoyant. We're gonna sink him down because, as we know, the deeper you go, the higher the pressure is, and it fucking crushes you.
Yeah.
So, which I've seen that happen like with like a vehicle or something before. That's not pretty.
No,
We're going to use the power of Freon and bubbles.
and
Fucking bubbles!
Oh, but what if that doesn't work? Then we're gonna set giant balloons on it and raise him up so
Inflate the
fast
thingies!
that he's going to fucking die from the constant.
Like
Flux.
from the
So
decompression.
effectively-
So
You're
we
gonna deflate him, then reflate.
Yeah,
him.
So
Deflate
effectively,
him.
what we're doing is waterboarding Godzilla.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love it.
Underwater.
It's a pretty sick plan.
Well, no, and I-
Waterboarding underwater and on the inside.
what I love is like one, I love that there's a plan B. Like I just I like these like
Smart people always have a plan B.
I like that there's like this whole meticulous thing of, okay, first of all, whoever like made the little like wooden Godzilla model.
I'm keeping this.
Yeah.
and so like I love that the question just keeps being like Koichi keeps asking the question like
Will it kill it?
yeah, like, but will it kill it? And like Godzilla, and he's like should?
Maybe.
And like I
don't
like
know.
that's what
And that's-
Koichi's not getting a straight answer. That's why he almost leaves, and they're like, come on, no. And like Doc's like, no.
This is why he
Hear me
worked
out.
on Plan C, the fighter plane.
Yeah.
I like that one line that the guy said, "Is this certain death?"
Should have had Plan G.
No. It's better odds than we had in the war, eh, boys?
That was my favorite. Was just the guy was like, hey.
Again,
On the war.
there's a gallows humor to this whole movie. Like I was gonna say this
What
earlier,
was that about this movie not being anti-government?
right? Government needs to change. My favorite joke actually might have been like early on when they first met Godzilla, because remember there was 2 ships.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
They're like, oh, we're gonna get it. No, we're gonna get it, and then Godzilla just yomps like out, and Buddy's like, Captain's like, okay, we're leaving. Like,
Fuck that.
We're gonna need a bigger boat, indeed.
So like, need a bigger boat.
Also, shout out to the fucking like balloon manufacturer people.
Oh, yeah.
They were just like our balloons are gonna fucking work, and then like when they're like all right, we gotta prepare. Yeah, we're gonna come with you, but you guys are gonna be at risk. Nah, we got this. And I'm like,
Last 3
hell
hours.
yeah, balloon guys.
Speaking of boats, I also love that one bit where they're like first clashing with Godzilla. It's like, all right, we're gonna send the boats out. Then we just like from off screen, one of their boats just gets yoked.
yeah.
It's like,
On.
I wonder
Once again, don't eat, only eat.
I wonder when Godzilla's gonna show up.
Yeah, there is comedic timing in this
Boat
movie.
crashes into the docks.
The better question is, how do you do it? He has such stubby arms.
Yeah, like we never like.
He did same way he yoked those dudes with his mouth. He bit the one half of the ship and then flung it.
Oh, yeah, Sal, could that be a Tango reference? The flying battleship?
Oh God, I'm actually picturing him going full like Shoppa where he needs to like spin himself around.
No. He just.
That's why they didn't show it, because it would have been too funny when it killed the toad.
No. And I wish this would have been a funny shot. Just him. He grabs the ship with his mouth. He like tosses it, and then he just whips it with his tail to fucking send it flying.
Just a fucking home run.
I love when Godzilla uses his tail in these fucking movies. It's awesome.
He did in this one a lot too.
Like again, call back to my favorite Godzilla kill is the little girl in the hospital, and he walks past, and she's like, oh thank God, tail just fucking wipes around.
That's also GMK.
Yeah, no, that's such a good movie.
That is a good one.
The only weak shot with Godzilla, I would say, which Paul was talking about when we were watching it. So, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting the main character's name.
Koichi.
Yeah, Koichi. When he gets in the plane, we made a joke about Tachibana making it into a boat.
Oh yeah, we should talk about that actually then, right?
So Plan C that they come up with is this Shinden fighter plane that they intend to load with explosives and then shove down Godzilla's gullet.
No. That was his secret plan.
Oh.
The plan was to use the plane as what if Godzilla goes inland?
Yeah, so it was to lure it where they wanted it.
Yeah. So his whole thing is,
so there was
all right.
So it was a plan D.
I'm gonna be doing the most Japanese thing ever. I'm gonna die in a plane. Like so,
I'm going to complete my character arc by committing kamikaze.
I also liked on his original plane, like Tachibana mentions, he's like that gun. Your plane is equipped with 20mm guns. That thing will punch through fucking anything. But then the plane that he has at the end of the movie has 30mm guns, and I was like, oh, so those can really punch through.
Also,
that gave me the like Scooty Puff Junior, Scooty Puff Senior.
Yeah.
Also, I want to talk about that plane for a second. It's an awesome plane.
Fucking dope plane.
It's real. Like it was a prototype plane towards
got a propeller
the end
on the back.
Yeah, it's called the Shinden. It's really cool looking, and I love that. He gets in contact with Tachibana through. It's kind of silly. Like
he tells him, like he writes a letter to anger him, so he says like,
mails him bitchy letters.
It's like, it's your fault that everyone died.
And Tachibana comes there.
It's his fault that everyone.
Yeah. He comes there. He beats him up. Also, something I didn't notice until this rewatch. The amount of times he gets hit in the head this movie. Like, watch, he spends like 60% of the movie with a bandage over his head from different things.
Yeah. There was no Godzilla. The Americans attacked.
It was just head trauma the whole time.
Also, that bomb that you saw, that attack you saw in Ginza, that was just a bomb.
Also, so when he finally meets up with Tachibana again and like confronts him, like he comes back minutes later with freshly haircut and everything. But the way he looks when he first runs into Tachibana, the first impression I got was, long man!
You know what? That needs to be a whole separate video in itself. Godzilla Minus One, but trying to make realistic reasons for, like, shit happening. So it's like, oh, but the boat got destroyed from underneath. Sub. American sub.
I like how Tachibana had one of the quickest, most to-the-side, yet most poignant character developments in this entire
Tachibana was cool.
Where like at first he's punching the shit out of him because he's still suffering from his own PTSD, but then he answers the call. He comes in and he's like, "Wow, they made the thing. I never thought they'd actually do it. Guess I better get to work."
There's always
and then like during the actual him showing him the plane stuff, and he alludes to the lever that he's supposed to pull. We all know that that's going to be an eject button. So.
Yeah. Well, not at first, actually, because he shows him first the arming mechanism for the bomb, and it's not until after, like, he probably would have given him this
before they cut away, he does, like, point somewhere else, so anyone really paying attention will figure out.
There's hints.
Yeah, there's definitely hints.
But, like, it didn't happen, like, he didn't tell him, at least, until, like, he found, okay, yeah, you have been holding this on for too long, because... Remember, he gave him the pictures from all the other mechanics, like their families and shit. Like, these are all the men that you got killed, sort of thing. And he sees, he actually has been holding on to this whole time.
It's what I like to refer to as the booster pack of family trauma.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I was like, oh, God, he gave me the upper deck booster pack.
There's always two cool characters in movies. Scientists and mechanics.
Actually, you want to know the funniest thing about this movie? No scientists.
What are you talking about?
Docs a marine biologist.
That's a scientist.
Not like a science fiction scientist.
Okay, I
In a Godzilla movie, yes.
No.
He's a real scientist.
A
He's
real.
the one who comes up with the plan to drown and
Oh, he's a real scientist?
It's not like here's
You
my
and your
plan.
applied sciences.
It's not like here's my plan, the oxygen destroyer.
Talks like science, bitch!
But no, like Tachibana's forgiveness arc of the main character is fairly off to the side. We don't really like we see it when it counts, but it's not like we get these elongated scenes with Tachibana where he's like thinking about it. I really
There's no like heartfelt speech about it. It's just like
no.
Yeah, all right, here you go.
And then
But we get to see exactly what we need to, and it's all the better for it. Like I thought that that's some of my favorite bits in the movie when we're dealing with the eject button seat in the plane and stuff like that, and Tachibana actually talking to a man to man, not all PTSD'd out when he's having these big outrageous reactions to at the beginning. When he's finally managed to see the humanity in
Koichi.
Koichi, yes. When he finally gets to see it, it's not this big overblown scene, but it feels great when it actually pays off.
Yeah.
This movie has great payoff.
To me, it's one of the best payoffs in the entire movie.
So you were gonna say, Lane?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I know this wasn't probably meant to be funny, but I like this just to see where just he's with Akiko and he just goes he's like, don't worry, Akiko, I won't leave you. The next scene puts the fucking letter next to her and leaves.
Here's the money you'll need.
I'm like,
Here's some
fuck.
money, some war bonds, and a letter.
He was like that morning. He was like, I'm not coming back.
I'm not
I am
coming back.
flying this thing down Godzilla's gullet.
Yeah.
Like, I will be a kamikaze.
I love in the letter. It's like, I'm gonna go help,
I
and it's like,
my destiny.
oh right, sorry, that was a typo. Send help.
Can we also talk about the fact that when he does leave her with the neighbor and when during that scene when he's just kind of talking to her and she breaks out crying, it's a perfect juxtaposition to that scene when he says, "I'm not your father," and in this scene he now has to be her father.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, it's culminated in the fact that he does the most fatherly thing in the world.
Kill himself.
Well, he knows he's
left
thinking,
his child and killed himself.
He's questioning whether or not there's any other alternative.
No, he's decided at that point, man.
Sure, but he's also making sure she's taken care of.
Yeah, but
he's being a father,
Which makes it sort of funny when he comes back afterwards and runs into Sumiko and Akiko again, and they're like, "Oh, thank God you survived!"
Take the
and
baby, I'm stealing your money.
I just imagine Sumiko being like, "I'm keeping the war bonds though."
but he's realistic in the fact that he's going up against a nuclear dinosaur.
But his intention was to kill himself.
Until Tachibana reveals to him the lever, he was fully ready to do
The
it.
lever
Sure.
and the one word that describes this whole movie: live.
And it's
liver.
and it's telling that it is Tachibana who tells him that. You know?
Yeah.
And so then, the climax of the movie happens, and again, it's wonderful. This is kaiju action at its finest, and none of it happens in a city.
Yeah.
Godzilla stomps on a farm, and then we get some really cool shots of him
flying around,
buzzing around him.
Godzilla's trying to fucking
Tries to get him with his tail, which was great.
Fuck's that?
To bring him back into the ocean, and the plan happens, and I love it when a plan comes together, because they do the thing where, okay, we're gonna tie him up. No, they do something better. They make him use up his shot because they have to get him to use his breath.
They have a decoy boat.
That reveal that the boat is not being piloted by anyone is so
they had
cool.
the wheel
The
tied
lever,
up and
the
shit.
boys.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, he's charging, go. It's like a boss battle.
Yeah.
Also,
And now for the deadliest QTE of all.
also, they
1940s.
they leave Gokai Blue behind because he has an injured arm. So it's oh no, you're oh, but I want to help and stuff.
He's
I
never been to war.
know I've never been to war. He's and be fucking proud you haven't, you little shit.
And then he shows up with every tugboat in the county.
Well, yeah, that was a very Dunkirk moment.
I was like, yeah,
That was-
Gokai Blue.
No, it was great because the whole thing was they managed to get the cables around it and they sunk him, but it didn't work. He was still alive. Sorry, go ahead.
You know what I wanted to Ichi could fucking do this? Take that scene where you just hear Joe on the call and you just hear the just all the boats fucking coming in.
That's
That'd be
funny.
awesome.
That's great.
But I love it that okay, plan A didn't work. Plan B, let's raise him up. But then he tears the belt off.
Yeah.
Inflate the dinghies! Inflate the dinghies!
And they even mentioned earlier, like, because they only have, like, 2 warships. Like, they can't, like, they don't have the strength to pull them up.
One of the captains is like, well, fucking try anyway, damn it.
And this felt very Jaws with, like, the levers, like, pulling and shit. And then, it's something I wasn't expecting, but yeah, what you said, Lane, Blue comes back with all the tugboats.
All the tugboats, all the fishing boats.
And it's a great little, like, heartwarming moment where all there. This is Captain so-and-so of the so-and-so.
All the boats reporting in. It was like a fucking roll call.
It was very nice.
Red 5 standing by.
Red 4 standing by.
Red Fox standing by.
I was actually thinking to myself when he was going into in the fighter plane to go towards Godzilla, it's just like I just imagined him taking the targeting computer away from his eye, and Obi-Wan's voice going, "Use the Force."
No, Noriko would say.
Yeah.
She's using her new Godzilla powers.
His safety is off.
Just like his
Great,
father
Chief.
who's
You
dead.
turned off your bomb safety. What's up?
Use the
Don't worry.
Force.
I'm all right.
Oh yeah, there's this here. What's that, Tachibana? It's the Z trigger. Don't worry, you won't miss.
So, like, they managed to raise him up, and Godzilla looks fucked up. Like, his eyes are literally exploding out of his head.
Yeah.
And he's still not dead. He's like, okay, I'm recharged. I'm going to do it. And everyone looks, we fucked up.
Uncle Goji's pissed.
Yeah. He does his final big charge up, and that's when it happens.
Godzilla's upset.
Like
he flies in. Dramatic music, probably my favorite piece of music in this movie.
mhm.
He sees the picture of Noriko. It cuts to a flashback quickly. Puts his goggles on. Pulls the lever. Boom! Right into his fucking mouth.
It's such a great shot of just the plane just going wham
It's
right
like-
into his face.
Oh!
Yeah.
And if you look real close, you get to see the result.
Mhm.
Do in
I
fact
saw his
see
parachute.
His parachute.
He was okay.
Okay.
And
Too bad it wasn't Sunday.
The
Too
way
bad
they-
it was Sunday that Godzilla would have been filled with people tomorrow.
The way they angle these shots are so clever, but then you have to think about it from a perspective of someone who was at the scene, because like that scene is a little less dramatic when you realize that he's literally dangling in the air about 5 feet above frame.
yeah.
like we watching the movie are like, did he do it? Did he eject? Meanwhile, everyone watching is like, yeah, he's alive!
Oh, no,
like,
it's like,
far before any of us get to see
I'm
it.
so confused by that because everyone's like, "Oh, did he eject?" It's like you can clearly see.
Yeah,
him.
I think
Like,
they were just in the moment they were watching
It
Godzilla.
does happen in less than a second, and you are watching Godzilla melt. Like,
Yeah. And it's
that's
just
where your
like-
eye is
like,
drawn.
it goes quiet and then boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see like the
plane
beam.
just got crushed, which means that the fuel inside of it probably ignited for a bit. There's a bunch of smoke.
Yeah.
There are bombs in
And
the plane,
also,
too.
like,
really.
when the smoke settles and you just see Godzilla's, like, neck stump blown
Yeah.
open, just like, ugh.
Yeah, and you see like the beams like ejecting out of his body.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
like, that's-
He died like a fucking video game boss. Like, little points of light started to come out of him.
Like if I was Koichi in that, yeah, I was
Goes
Koichi
white.
in that parachute, I'm like, don't let me land there. That water's on fire.
and then like everyone gives like a salute, and it was so nice.
Yeah.
It was
Which
so
that's
cool.
also a reference to the original Godzilla movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I said, I love when a plan comes together by not actually coming together at all.
So then the neighbor gets a telegram, and she like I love like he gets off the plane, everyone's celebrating. It's like, yeah, you fucking did it. And then like she comes over and she's just like, fucking yeah, take this telegram and
You idiot!
So he reads it and he takes Akiko to this hospital, and this is where
you either make it or break it with this movie.
Yeah.
So like
As Paul was saying earlier.
so Noriko survived the attack.
Somehow.
And she's like, she's fucked up or whatever, but like she's still alive. And like I just again, first time, fucking bawled like a baby. Second, I watched it this morning again, cry like a baby. And I remember like I'm looking over at Gar. Gar's just like.
I mean, it was unexpected. Like,
it was so fucking wholesome.
but then we got, because this is a Godzilla movie, we got to end on an ominous note. He's hugging her, and you see something on her neck. Something that looks suspiciously like either cancer or Godzilla.
Yeah.
She's going to mutate into the next Godzilla.
So here's the thing. When I first saw that, I thought those were radiation burns.
Mhm.
Thinking, you know what? She's here now. It's going to, like, she might
She's
not.
going to die.
She is going to die, but it's a bittersweet ending. The director. Oh no, those are Godzilla cells.
Yeah, no, he confirmed that.
She has a part of Godzilla.
We're about to get into some Parasite Eve bullshit.
Wait,
Fucking Godzilla Horcrux.
Ichi, you say that, like, and she's gonna be the next monster. The actor, as a joke, said she'd be down for that.
That would be fucking awesome.
So, like, you never know.
So it's like,
She's about to turn into fucking Parasite Eve.
So again, the director's favorite movie Godzilla movie was GMK.
yeah.
Gar, what's the third rule of Godzilla?
the third rule of Godzilla, and this is the most important rule: Godzilla cannot die.
We see Godzilla's heart dropping into the trench.
Start regenerating.
Music starts playing.
Yeah.
It's literally the exact same ending as GMK.
Where you see the heart
Yeah,
of Godzilla
and
at
the music.
bottom of the ocean.
Nice.
And that's when, that's when we're all like fucking like just jamming to the dun 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 dun.
Godzilla
Fucking
will
just
return.
a plot. Like I remember, like we were in the theater, Full House.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
fully booked.
IMAX screen.
Yeah.
Full
IMAX
house.
screen.
Minus-
It was a night to remember. Like it really was.
Never forget.
Godzilla Minus One is an excellent movie. It was seen as, it was a critical hit. It was a hugely financial hit. It won an Oscar, an American Oscar, which was
Is
a big
it
deal.
perfect? No.
No.
Fucking presented by Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm actually
So
kind of
cool.
glad that it's not perfect because a cornerstone of Godzilla is a certain level of schlockiness.
You know what? No, I'm going down and saying that it's the perfect Godzilla movie.
It's a
It's
perfect
not
Godzilla movie.
perfect. It's the
It
best. Is it the best Godzilla movie?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
debatable, I
It's-
would say.
Here's the thing. What I think Paul's trying to say is, yes, it's the perfect Godzilla movie, but objectively against all movies of all existence, not a perfect movie.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh
certainly
yeah,
not.
It's no Shawshank.
No, I agree with that, but like to me, this is now like up there with the original.
Yeah. Like, I find that the Godzilla movies that do the best, like, in terms of, like, making you really feel are the ones where it's just Godzilla.
It's a
You know?
morality tale to a certain extent.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's like the message of the movie is live. Like, it's just that one word.
Let's say, like, after we saw this movie in theaters, like, the four of us, and Uncle Ichi, were talking about it for, like, 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We-
It's like, I can't get this movie out of my head, guys.
I want to bring this funny thing up, too. I play a game called Godzilla Battle Line. It's, like, online, like, Godzilla
Yeah.
gacha game. When it came out, like, you know,
There was a banner for it.
there was they made some new pieces. There was 2 Godzilla pieces, but there was also the Shinden
Oh,
as a piece. Which, very funny thing is, like, there's other vehicles in the game when they destroy, they break, they explode, whatever. Every time the Shinden goes down, you see a little parachute.
nice.
It added that.
Aw.
But yeah, I don't watch a lot of Godzilla kaiju flicks, but I absolutely loved the movie and I was happy to watch it again. And I think my favorite thing about it is, even though it's very much clearly meant for more general audiences than most toku films would aim for,
Mhm.
it still has a clear element of one of my favorite things about toku, which is the juxtaposition between the serious drama and the albeit few and far between, but funny moments.
It's-
Like just watching Godzilla bite and yeet people in the boat getting yoked.
It's poignancy versus kitsch.
It's
Yeah.
definitely the best Godzilla movie where you give a shit about the humans.
That's true.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And even though I haven't seen a lot, I understand that a thing that is contentious in a lot of Godzilla films is whether or not the human plot is good.
Yeah.
And I know that's a thing because I've also seen the Michael Bay Transformers.
That's why
films.
that's why I like Godzilla vs. Biollante, because it's a really fun fucking spy flick.
Yeah, that's a
There's
great
lot
one.
of cool fucking characters in
Because
that
in the
movie.
end, when it comes to Godzilla movies, even the most Godzilla focused, where he's just fighting another monster, right? You do still judge the human drama because the human drama is necessary in a Godzilla movie.
It's most
Need
of the
the
movie.
humans.
Without the human plot, you're just watching two creatures wrestle.
And it's only for 10 minutes.
It's why one of my favorites is still King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah,
I
that's a
love
good
the
one.
human characters in that movie because they're so fucking
Oh,
funny.
Yeah, that's
the
entertaining,
The showrunner. who,
Yeah,
like, wants-
the
he was
guy
great.
that runs the TV stations is his 2 assistants.
Hell, in Godzilla vs. Biollante, there's a character, like one of the main characters, like the main character, like he does like a cool thing at the end, and like the other main girl character just goes, literally says like, "Oh, you're like Batman." She goes like, "Batman."
So, Ichi, you like this movie, huh?
Yeah.
You like the director, what he did with the Godzilla movie?
Uh-huh.
What the hell did we learn today?
They're making another one, guys!
Yeah, Toho has officially greenlit a new Godzilla project with Takashi Yamazaki.
Surprise! Extra news story.
Gee, it's like they're like, "Hey, you won us a fucking Oscar. You want to make another Godzilla movie?" Hmm?
Yeah, and to think, it wasn't like, oh, what did it go up against? A Marvel movie, a freaking Zack Snyder movie, I can't remember the Mission Impossible movie.
Can I
Really good one, though.
just say real quick that I think that it's really, really funny and really, really poignant that a fucking tokusatsu genre film won Best Special Effects at the Oscars.
No.
That's kind of our whole deal.
No, the fact that it won special effects, I don't know what's happened after this in terms of the afterlife. I hope Ishiro Honda, Eiji Tsuburaya, and Haruo Nakajima, I can't remember the producer's name, Tomoyuki Tanaka, I hope they're all just happy.
Right.
You run great utter.
The guys
I
that
worked on this?
well, the
Yeah.
Eiji Tsuburaya was
Not
the
this
guy-
movie,
not
like-
this one.
Oh, okay.
So like they all
God.
also, unfortunately, the producer of this movie passed away before he could see any of this.
Aww.
That's always a shame.
R.I.P.
No.
We
He
stand.
didn't get to see how successful this movie. And when they accepted the Oscar, one of the assistants there had a picture of him up on
Oh.
stage.
That's nice.
That's nice.
I'm having one of my moments where I selectively believe in the afterlife, where I feel a little bit better thinking about it that he gets.
It's a comforting thought.
And it's
Yeah.
like, 70 years of Godzilla, 30 live action movies from Japan,
Damn.
several from. Godzilla is thriving.
Godzilla's back, baby.
We're in the
Well, yeah, it's hard for him not to
Godzilla
thrive. He
era
can't
that
ever
we
die.
could be.
Yeah, we're getting the movies.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting movies, we're getting TV shows, we're
Video games!
Toys.
the little chibi animes that they're fucking adorable.
I
Like,
heard, yeah, the
I
chibi
wanted
is
to
good.
get the vinyl figure of this Godzilla when the movie was like came out. Nowhere. Can't fucking get it anywhere. It's sold out, and if you tried to find one, it was like $100 fucking dollars.
Or-
For a vinyl figure.
So the question everyone's having now, though, is because, again, it was just announced that Takashi Yamazaki's directing this again.
Yep.
That's all we know.
Yep.
We don't know if it's going to be a sequel, if he's just doing a different movie completely.
He apparently wants to do a Godzilla versus Hedorah film, which I'm like,
They could do it either way. They could do it. This
Yep.
takes place in the same universe. They could do it. This is just another Godzilla movie.
Yep.
Who knows?
Who knows? I'm
Are you
happy
asking-
either way.
Are you asking which we prefer?
Which would you everyone prefer?
I'd like a standalone. I think.
I think myself too.
Yeah.
That actually relates to something Orban, our chat, is saying. Weren't there psychics in the Heisei Godzilla films?
There
What
were.
if the deal with the G cells inside Noriko ties with that concept?
You know what?
And that's what the sequel
No,
could be
the
about.
idea of Noriko can communicate with Godzilla.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
like
that she'll
that.
transform
Kind of like
into
the
a
sidekick
Godzilla.
lady
In Biollante.
Yeah.
Heisei movies, where she can
Sure.
feel Godzilla.
What if what's going to happen now is what happened before? We started serious. 3 movies and Godzilla's dancing on the moon.
Do you know what I'd like to see? I would like to see a couple of movies set in this universe, right? But I don't want it to be about the characters in this movie. Godzilla is regenerating at the end of this movie, which means he's going to be continuing his rampage. Or it is going to be continuing its rampage. I have to follow the rules. I'd like to see more human stories that are in this universe but completely unconnected, that are just
So Godzilla goes to another region and we get a different set of humans.
Which is what
traveling
happens in
through-
Godzilla
He's
movies.
traveling through Japan.
You got to keep that in mind too. Like, with the exception of the Millennium Era, the Godzilla movies do follow a continuity, and it's usually exactly that. It's
Yeah.
Godzilla's back. We're involved. These people now.
If they're-
There's not like a Godzilla like team.
It
You
just,
know?
they're-
it just opens
usually.
with like a
if-
newspaper about the Ginza attack, but it's set in a completely different area.
Could be
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah. He's
whether or
hit more
not
than
they're-
Tokyo.
whether or not we have other threats is completely irrelevant. What I want is this Godzilla in this world with more human stories that may or may not be connected to the one here. So what I kind of want is sequel, yes, but like not a continuous story.
You don't
And
want a direct sequel. You want a sequel.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, you want like the Show era, the Heisei era.
I think that would be
Sure.
good too, but I think I would prefer to see what happens with Noriko.
It would be interesting.
Sure,
Yeah.
fine.
You know what?
That works too.
I'm just happy that we're getting another Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
And then we're also gonna get a legendary one after that.
Yeah,
so.
well, it's a good, like I said, it's a good time to be a Godzilla fan.
I like the idea that the legendary movies are following in the footsteps of like the Godzilla versus movies,
Mm-hmm.
where they're introducing new threats every it's a villain of the week kind of situation
Yeah.
almost, Whereas I kind of like the idea that the Japanese Godzilla movies are following in the footsteps of Gojira, where they're focusing more on the social commentary, they're focusing more on the human stories, and they're focusing more on just Godzilla as an entity in the world. They're not focusing on the Godzilla universe, they're focusing on Godzilla existing in the universe.
Which makes me wonder, will they do that again?
I think that they
because
will.
I don't know, because like that's what they've done the last 2 times, you know? Like it might get stale if they just do it again.
Yeah.
So that's like I'm like again like his like comments about Hedera makes me interested.
That's why I worded it the way I did, because again, you can tell a Godzilla story again and frame it differently depending on the story that you give the humans that you give it.
Yeah, but the problem is like if you set it in this universe, it's a little more like the best thing for Godzilla Minus One is that it is not connected to Shin. The best thing for Shin was that it's not connected to any other Godzilla movie.
It's sort of funny when you think of it that way. Shin and Minus One are like 2 sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
What if Godzilla showed up in modern day and pre-1954 movie?
Mm-hmm. For the first time.
Yeah, for the first time.
Shin is, for better or for worse, at least a soft remake of Gojira.
Yeah, but that a lot of Godzilla movies are that though.
Sure, but Shin kind of wears it on its sleeve. Would you agree?
Yeah.
We will get to Shin Godzilla at another point. It is now time to wrap up this episode.
Yeah, we can talk about this forever.
Godzilla Minus One, 9 out of 10. Go watch it.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Go watch this movie. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Godzilla? Watch it. Are you a fan of good human drama? Watch it. Are you a fan of good movies? Watch it. It won an Academy Award. Show some respect.
You know what? We've talked about the 2 best Godzilla movies on Castranger. This one and 98.
You're right, Lane.
Yeah. I love 98.
I'm about to go get a steel chair, but good night, everybody.
All right. Well, that is going to do it for us here on Castranger on this almost 3-hour episode.
Gar, thank you. Thank you.
We're talking about some really cool things.
For having us here in person to talk about this movie.
I was so happy to have you all here in person for this episode.
You know what's really funny about this episode? I feel like the least focused upon and the least stayed upon thing was the actual episodes this week.
Oh yeah.
They were both good. Everything was good this week.
They were okay.
Yeah.
We just really want to talk about Godzilla.
Yeah, we just wanted to talk. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Jikai Radio Sentai Castranger.
So this is an interesting idea that we've kind of had on the back burner for a long time.
Okay.
There are lost episodes of Castranger from many years ago.
The original episode 7 and episode 101.
Where we lost the recordings because I was much worse at handling technology back then.
Dumbasses. It's fine.
No, it was me. I was the dumbass.
Yeah. You can admit that.
So what we're doing is we are going to discuss the episodes of the toku that aired those weeks and fill in the gaps in our discussion index.
We're going to do remakes?
Sort of. So basically what we're doing is our feature topic for next week will be Tokuger/Zooger episode 9 and Gaim/Ghost episode 26.
Cool.
Actually, since there is no superhero time next week, that is our discussions.
Okay.
Oh, fine
I keep forgetting that next week is off.
Yeah.
Gaim episode?
I'm excited to talk about fucking Zooger, Gaim, Tokuger, Ghost.
I was probably in those episodes. That'll be fine.
What are the odds that it was both episode 9 and 26 respectively?
I was confused by that. Like, is it Tokuger 9 and Zooger 9?
Yeah.
And Gaim 26 and Ghost 26?
Yes.
That's
Weird.
crazy.
That's fucked up.
Why
are we so good at this shit?
We're not doing that all in one
We're
episode.
very precise with our fuckery.
It's 4 episodes. It's like what? 4 episodes each?
Yeah, it's only 4 episodes.
Yeah.
4 episodes each?
Or no, 4 episodes.
It's 4 episodes total, and there's no feature top. There's no weekly
topic.
episodes.
Okay, sure, fine. No feature topic. Okay, sure.
Well, that is the feature topic. There's no weekly episodes.
It's gonna be fun. I'm excited for that.
Watching Godzilla Kong New Empire be like watching Minus One be like.
Oh, I know what it is. Yeah.
That's all. Yeah, just.
He's about to do something stupid. All right. Shout out to our currently active patrons, which include Blaze, Armorhide, Sentai VT, Vegas Bear, and Jackaplier. Thank you very much for supporting what we do.
Thank you, Orb, for sticking around till the end.
Yeah, Orb is the only one left in our Discord.
I get it. Like, a lot of people are from other countries, so they're
what are you doing on a Friday night? Going out? Idiots?
Nerds.
Oh, you know what you could be doing? Watching Godzilla Minus One. That's now in theaters again. With an additional 13 minutes, which is not an actual 13 minutes of the movie, but just Yamazaki having an interview at the beginning and end of the movie.
Oh, horse cocks! I was looking forward. I mean, that's cool. But...
I was looking forward to
shit now.
I was looking forward to 13 unbroken minutes of just a shot of the calm ocean.
I was waiting for the origin of the Godzillasaurus.
No, it's like all those 13 minutes was like Anguirus and Mothra.
No, the last 13. No, the
I
last
was hoping
extra,
for 13 minutes of the neighbor's
the
story.
extra 13 minutes is just Godzilla regenerating in the ocean.
Yeah. What's she been doing other
Why
than
is she such a bitch?
other than coddling the baby once and giving them food?
Your 3 children died. Oh, boo-hoo! Get over it.
I saw a fucking dinosaur.
Saw a nuclear dinosaur and fucking nuke Ginza.
Everybody's shitting on me. I fought a T-Rex.
My not wife was murdered by a nuclear
I'm literally the
Tyrannosaurus.
first person that did that in millennia.
That's gonna be on his tombstone. I fought a fucking T-Rex
And won.
and won.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Bombed the
Hear
shit out of it.
I fought a G-Rex and won.
just Sumiko gets a fucking telegram. I lived, bitch.
I lived.
Probably on it. I live, bitch.
Oh, fuck.
All right, we gotta wrap this up.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone,
so
for
much.
listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. As always, our primary source of hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Patreon, merch store, all of our cool shit. Let us know what you thought of these episodes and the movie in the comments. Let us know what you would like us to talk about in the future, and we will see you next week!
We love you, Orb.
Live.